Get access and watch your favorite sporting events on Pilipinas Live with these easy steps. Download via Google Play or App Store. Once downloaded, enter a valid email address. Verify the OTP sent to your email address. Note that the OTP is valid for 5 minutes and for one-time use only. If no OTP is received, you may click on the Resend OTP button. Once successful, create and enter your password. Accept the terms and conditions to complete your registration. You can now log on to Filipinas Live. Subscribe now for only 149 pesos monthly.
You know what I love about Filipinas Live? I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the Multicam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. And that is Filipinas Love. Filipinas Live.
Filipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Filipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
This season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays, talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, and syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Filipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Get access and watch your favorite sporting events on Pilipinas Live with these easy steps. Download via Google Play or App Store. Once downloaded, enter a valid email address. Verify the OTP sent to your email address. Note that the OTP is valid for 5 minutes and for one-time use only. If no OTP is received, you may click on the Resend OTP button. Once successful, create and enter your password. Accept the terms and conditions to complete your registration. You can now log on to Filipinas Live. Subscribe now for only 149 pesos monthly.
You know what I love about Filipinas Live? I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the Multicam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. And that is Filipinas Love. Filipinas Live.
Filipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Filipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every... We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Filipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Get access and watch your favorite sporting events on Filipinas Live with these easy steps.
Domination nga SMB 8 straight victories. Masama ang kanilang umpisa sa ating torneo, 0-2. Pero mula noon, hindi na sila natalo.
They would struggle, they would have some challenges, but in the end, they would always recover.
Para sa NLEX, talaga pwede bumaba yung kanilang energy. At ito sa squad na wala namang masyadong malalaki.
But still made it to 6 wins.
Junmar, yes! Trollano to Abay. Lista mo na. Gustong atrasan ito si Ramirez. Junmar, Io recovers. Had enough to finish it. Oh! The drunken master strikes again. Ramirez on the secondary. Parang tanke. Policarpio straight away. 3 off the window.
It's Christmas Day and a PBA tradition lives on with official games happening this 2025 with the Philippine Cup playoffs getting underway. Number 1 in the elimination, San Miguel takes on number 8, NLEX, and with a twice to beat advantage for the Beermen. The Road Warriors will need extra grit and determination to force a second match against San Miguel, which went 9-2 in the elimination format. Moment for Junmar Fajardo to celebrate Christmas with his thousands and thousands of fans, many of whom have come to the venue here today. Hello everybody, maligayang Pasko sa inyong lahat. Dalawang laro natin, ang unang salvo natin, NLEX against San Miguel. Merry Christmas, Coach Ronnie Magsano.
Likewise, sir. At dito sa ating pagdating sa ating araw ng Pasko, a showcase dito sa ating 8 natitirang mga teams. Of course, ang San Miguel with a twice to beat edge against the NLEX Road Warriors.
At titignan natin ang ating playoff picture. Ano? Ang playoff picture natin, ito malinaw. Nakikita ngayong gabi.
Maaga.
O ngayong ayaw. Itong araw na ito. Ikaw na magpasada.
Yung mga teams po na nasa ibabaw ang may twice to beat edge laban doon sa mga teams na pumasok sa playoff subalit hindi nakakuha ng twice to beat advantage. Dalawa pong play dates ngayon at saka sa December 27. Either we have an extended quarterfinal series or teams will make it outright doon sa semifinals.
Okay, so pupunuan natin yung mga blanks na yan as we sail along. And the first salvo, of course, is San Miguel against NLEX. NLEX entered this quarterfinals with a 6-5 card, finished at number 8. They had a strong start, and who else but San Miguel was their victim in their first opportunity.
A very strong start indeed para dito sa NLEX. At one instance, they were the top team at 6-2 until they lost their last 3 games. That dropped them all the way to the 8th spot and needing to win twice laban sa San Miguel. This team continues to be led, of course, by Robert Bolick, who missed the last 2 games by virtue of helping out Coach Ranwan Black win the gold medal for Team Pilipinas sa most recent Southeast Asian Games. They need Robert Bolick to be at his best. They have some new players that will be seeing action here today in LJ Gonzalez and Sidney Onwumere. Expect a defensive dragnet that will be thrown by NLEX today if they try, if they are hopeful that somehow they can survive against the mighty offensive unit of San Miguel.
And helping pick up the slack for NLEX has been JB Bahio, who has averaged 13.55 in 11 games, has averaged close to 70% from the free throw line, and is one of the new bright stars of NLEX and of the PBA at that.
Totoo yan. A former 25th overall pick in season 48 ng Terra Firma. Suddenly, itong mythical 5 member ng NCAA found himself playing dito sa NLEX Road Warriors. Number 1 rebounder, second leading scorer. Sa 6 na panalo, at least 3 dyan. Best player of the game si JB Bahio, and the former Red Lion has found a home with Coach Jong Yuchiko and with the rest of the former members of the champion unit ng San Beda Red Lions.
Ito ang nagpasakit sa ulo ng Thailand. Hindi nila alam kung ano citizenship nito. Basta alam ko Pinoy yan. Si Robert Bolick, of course, coming up big, rising to the occasion when country called, and he sacrificed a lot by being part of that SEA Games team.
And we saw the best of Robert Bolick para sa Gilas Pilipinas sa gintong medalya na natulungan niyang may uwi para sa Pilipinas. Ito lamang nakalipas na linggo. Number 1 scorer para sa Road Warriors, number 1 in assists sa kabuuan ng PBA. Number 2 in rebounding para sa Road Warriors. Number 1 in free throw shooting sa kabuuan ng PBA. Number 1 in steals as well. Second to none sa puso ni Coach Jong Yuchiko. Bakit nga ba naman hindi? One of the best clutch players that we have in the PBA right now. A winner twice over in his university career para sa Lasal at San Beda. Naghahanap pa rin ng kanyang unang kampyonato para sa NLEX Road Warriors at sa kanyang karera dito sa PBA.
Pag-usapan naman natin si Kevin Alas. Mahirap kausap ito. Alam mo ba
Bakit,
sinabi ko? Kamusta ang tatay? Sabi ko, sagot ba naman sa akin, nandun sa Amerika, hindi yung tatay mo ang tinatanong ko. Ang tinatanong ko, ikaw bilang tatay, dalawa na baby nitong si Kevin.
Hindi mo naman pala nalino ng masyado, sir.
Oo naman.
Oo, si Kevin Alas nagpapakita ng bangis at tindi ng kanyang pagbabalik. Mula sa multiple knee injuries, ang mga numerong inaasahan kay Kevin Alas ay lumabas na. At hindi lang basta bumabaybay sa kanyang husay, kundi consistency has been the name of the game for one of the best two-way players para sa Road Warriors. Transition ang kanyang paboritong gawin, but he's also been a very effective half-court player and has played with a lot of discipline to help out Coach Jong and the rest of the Road Warriors get into the playoffs.
Isa pa pwede nilang asahan sa kapunahan ng NLEX ay si Louis J. Gonzalez, isa sa mga rookie nila.
LJ Gonzalez, 5th pick overall ng NLEX sa most recent PBA draft. A true blue FEU product mula high school hanggang sa college. Whereas for the other players, they opted to move schools. He stayed on. And eventually, one of the top players in the MPBL the most recent season, a very heady guard, a big-time shot maker as well in the clutch. Let's see how he does in his debut para dito sa NLEX Road Warriors. Unang salta, playoffs agad, laban pa sa San Miguel.
And let's send it to somebody who did a marvelous job covering those games in Bahrain. Triple duty ka ba nun, Apple David?
Keep the fight so we can keep our hopes alive. Yan ang sabi ni Coach Jong Chico. Hindi na nga muna daw nila iniisip na kailangan nilang manalo ng 2 beses, but rather one game at a time, possession by possession, and they definitely know it is going to be an uphill climb. But with Robert Bolig back with them, the confidence is there, the morale is high for the NLEX Road Warriors. 7 Coach Ronnie.
Thank you very much. Apple David is back with us on home turf. And this should be quite a delightful one with these young NLEX players going up against the veterans of San Miguel. And of course, Cyrus Torres is also one of the reliables of Jong Chico as well.
You have here someone who's probably one of their top 3-point shooters. Suddenly, is a starter for the Road Warriors. Also a big part as to why at one instance, this team was at the top of the heap at 6-2 before the playoffs started until their 3-game losing run.
Beermen started 0-2 and then racked together 9 straight wins to emerge at the top of the heap at the end of the elimination phase.
Sumasakit-sit sa init pagkatapos matalo sa NLEX sa kanilang unang laro, 85-84. Dapa rin sa Phoenix, 109-103. Not too many teams in the history of the PBA can rattle off 9 straight wins. San Miguel, they just did. 9 straight wins, unbeaten since October 12. Number 1 offensive team, number 1 in paint points as well, at winningest franchise sa kasaysayan ng Philippine Basketball Association.
Yep, the lone remaining original member. Well, you can count Magnolia as one of the bandang dulo na sumali yan. Junmar Fajardo, of course. Well, what more have you not said about Junmar? He averages 16.64 points per ball game, 14 rebounds, 5 assists, and just his presence changes the complexion of any basketball game.
Indeed, a big presence in terms of offense, in terms of defense. Number 1 rebounder in the PBA, number 1 offensive rebounder, third leading scorer for the Beermen. 11-time PBA champion, 9-time MVP, 12-time best player of the conference, 4-time finals MVP, 8-time member of the all-defensive team. He is the gold standard of a big man in Philippine basketball. Milestone after milestone, a part of the top 50 players of the PBA, and definitely will go down eventually as a Hall of Famer. But it's not yet done. Pocketing championships for San Miguel, and expect the best from Jumar Fajardo here in the playoffs moving forward.
And I thought we had nothing more to say about Jumar Fajardo. That was a lot. Okay, Don Trollano, paborito ng isa sa mga producer natin. Hindi niya masabi yung pangalan ng Trollano na maayos. So Trollano yan, ang number 2 scorer ngayon ng San Miguel.
The second or the third coming of the Don, we had Sela Don Camaso, we had Don Aliado. Now it's the turn of the Soaring Falcon, the former Falcon Don Trollano. Number 1 offensive weapon off the bench. One big reason why this team is averaging 59 points from their second unit. Look at the scoring average for Don Trollano. Also a big-time clutch player, and he is the number 2 scorer right now for the San Miguel Beermen, close to 17 points per game. Also a 3-time PBA champion.
And Jericho Cruz, who played 2 games against Gilas for the Guam national team, has also been a factor. Alam mo, the strength of Jericho is when he comes off the bench.
Alam mo sir, si Jericho Cruz, hindi alam na marami, is a Muay Thai specialist. Ang lakas ng katawan, ang balanse, mga bagay na nagagamit niya ng maayos sa PBA career niya.
Ayun. Apple, back to you.
Yes, Coach Leo Austria made reference dun sa kanilang talo kontra NLEX at the start of the conference. Tapos wala pa si Bolik doon for the Road Warriors, saying any team can beat them if they will not play at their best. Dagdag pa dyan, yung 9-game win streak nila, 9-2 record, wala na daw yon. Playoffs na, clean slate, and they want to start strong. Dagdag motivation na lang din na kung manalo na sila ngayon, matapos tong series na to, they will be given a longer break. But take note, sabi ni Coach Leo, break, hindi bakasyon, gentlemen.
Iba yun, ano? Break at saka bakasyon. This is going to be the aperitif. Later on, we will have Converge going up against Ginebra in the second game, Ronnie.
As we said earlier, teams needing to win once to finish off their assignments and head into the semifinals and reward themselves with that fine Christmas present.
Road Warriors! Okay, let's send it to our announcers to get to know our starting lineups for both NLEX as well as San Miguel.
Merry Christmas, PBA fans, and welcome to the PBA Philippine Cup. This is our first quarterfinal matchup, and it's time to meet the starters for both teams. First, from your NLEX Road Warriors. Starting at forward is a second round 18th overall pick in the PBA 49 season draft. From Lubao, Pampanga, number 29, Brandon Ramirez. Also at forward from Las Piñas City, number 7, Kevin Alas. At center, playing in only his second season in the PBA from Lapu-Lapu City, Cebu, number 18, JB Bahio. At guard is the Road Warriors' third round 30th overall pick in the PBA 49 season from Santo Tomas, Pampanga, number 77, Cyrus Torres. And also at guard is the 3-time mythical team member from Ormoc City, number 8, Robert Bolik. Head coach of the Road Warriors is Joey Chico. And now let's meet the starting 5 for your San Miguel Beermen. Starting at guard from La Paz, Leyte, number 6, Chris Ross. The other guard is the PBA 48 Season Commissioner's Cup Best Player of the Conference from Bautista, Pangasinan, number 77, the Predator, CJ Perez. At forward, playing in his 11th season in the PBA from Tabaco Albay, number 91, Rodney Brondial. At forward is an 11-time PBA champion from Ilocos Sur, number 13, Super Marcio Lassiter. And at center is one of the PBA's 50 greatest players from Pinabungahan, Cebu, number 15, the Kraken, Junmar Fajardo. Head coach of the Beermen is Leo Austria. Game officials are Peter Balao, Johnny Narandan, Kenny.
And this is the quartet of referees for today's first game. Balao, Narandan, Halig, and Vergara wearing 14, 39, 59, and 66 respectively. San Miguel starting five is the same. What about NLEX, Coach Ronnie?
The first time that we will see Kevin Ela start. JB Bajillo, Cyrus Torres, Berto Bolic, regular starters. Brandon Ramirez for Coach Jong Chico will be starting out his sixth game.
Okay, CJ Perez, who we will talk about a lot of later, got the first touch of the possession. Junmar Fajardo. They're trying to stabilize their offense in this first play. Cut by Junmar. CJ's first foray. Rondial cleans it up.
When CJ Perez is aggressive, good things happen for San Miguel. Clean-up job on the weak side coming from Rodney Brondial.
Now they really have NLEX. They have to come up with a superlative double-8 game here against San Miguel. Given the record that they have, 6-5, excuse me, and the 9-2 of Beermen. Bolic unloads, he misses his first attempt.
Well contested by Chris Ross.
That could have been traveling, and it ends up as either traveling, but the turnover is right there. Ito yung hindi masana yung mga referee sa SEA Games. Pag umaangal si Berto, dito sa PBA, normal na yan eh.
Ganda ng matchup ng Ross at saka Bolic.
Actually. Here's a loss. Has also been a good international player with his performance in the Asian Games. Great pass to Cyrus, who loves it from the farm. Rebound first belongs to Junmar Fajardo. Perez, no. Brondial, second basket.
And that's what you love about Rodney Brondial. Makes a living playing off the ball. Once again, CJ Perez able to get into the restricted zone, enabling San Miguel to have a 4-point edge in the first minute and a half.
San Miguel is the number 2 rebounding team in the league with an average of 54.82 per ball game. 4-0 count. Fajardo is whistled for his first foul of the game.
Ayan na naman si Rodney Brondial in the thick of the action once again. Makes himself available for second chance looks.
Alam mo sa basketball, once you know what your role is.
Yun.
Diba? Ito yung playing time ko. Ito yung steam ko. People will know what to do and how to respond to those assignments.
At napakalaking bagay na kilalang-kilala ni Coach Leo Austria yung laro ni Rodney Brondial.
The Adamson connection.
Troliano, Jericho Cruz, mga manlalaro na naglaro before for Adamson Soaring Falcons.
They went very deep that time around in the PWAP. It's been a while since Adamson is, I think, time pa yata nila Hector yung last championship. Yata. In the meantime, here CJ, there's a cut by Brondial. Thought about it, but too deep under. High cross-court pass, dangerous. And look at NLEX, leak out. A loss is gone.
My concern is CJ Perez holding on to his right ankle. Turnover leading to a turnover basket on the other side para sa NLEX.
You're right, Ron. He's jumping up and down. Medyo pinapagpag niya, no? Ha? Here's Junmar. That's a knee foul against Ramirez.
And again, the chances of NLEX against San Miguel directly proportional to the way they will contain the offensive might of the Beermen. Number 1 scoring team, San Miguel.
Yep. Average of 109.36 points per ball game.
Number 1 in bench points, number 2 in rebounds, number 2 in paint points as well.
Walang ka-firepower team na yan. Samantala, turnover again, hitting the Beermen. Bolic inside to Ramirez. Alam mo, maraming hindi na-appreciate yung passing need Robert Bolick and his ability to create situations on the floor.
Number 1 sa assist sa kabuuan ng PBA. Napakahirap gawin niya.
And he has a steal. Beermen too lazy on the pass. Bolick makes them pay. And NLEX jumps out in front 8-4. Not the start that San Miguel probably would like. And watch this. Great pass inside. And then this one, Ronnie.
Turnovers hurting San Miguel, giving up multiple layups, surrendering 2 free throws. And as a result, NLEX coming up with a good scoring run here in quarter number 1.
You have to plus para mapasa natin. Okay? Ganyan. Quick roll kagad kasi nag-hard show eh. Quick roll. Okay? Ano natin kaya? Okay? Kaya execution ito na play. Execution. Okay? And then all of their shot coming from transition, guys. So we have to move up. That is because of turnover.
Hey, we have to show ourselves in the hard show. Guys, have to show yourself in the hard show.
Hey,
Show yourself. Come out. Out here.
Back with us here on Christmas Day for the Smart Araneta Coliseum PBA game. Of course, so much has been said about the contribution of Robert Bolick in the SEA Games and the way he said, "Nighty-night, Thailand. This is our gold medal." And what a performance by this ragtag team. There's no question about how hard it was assembled and the challenges Coach Norman and the other coaches had to overcome them.
Finding ways to win. Staying together and solving the puzzle of bringing home the gold in the Southeast Asian Games.
Totoo yan, they had troubles against Indonesia in the first half. Same thing with Thailand.
Pati sa Vietnam, sir.
Ganun ba?
Oo.
Oo nga pala ng first half. You did Malaysia, no? What game
Vietnam,
you did?
sir.
Vietnam, kay ni Charlie, no?
And they lay up here on an after timeout play for the San Miguel Beermen after having 4 turnovers in the first 3 minutes.
Oh, good. Auspicious start by NLEX as Alas drills it in from the side. 5-point lead for the Road Warriors.
7 points for Alas out of the 11-point output. Coming off a 19-point game in that losing cause against Converge.
Jericho Cruz, by the way, has already been inserted into the lineup of San Miguel. The shot by Ross, no, he was looking for a foul. Junmar tiptoes for it. Is bothered from the rear. They try to tip it in. Junmar gets it to go on probably the 3rd serving.
8 points for San Miguel, all coming from the restricted zone. 4 from Brondial, a layup from Lassiter, a tip-in from Junmar Fajardo.
Open shot. It's high up and out. Junmar gets his 2nd rebound.
A rare miss here for the Yellow Shirts after hitting consecutive and multiple baskets.
Jericho, 3. Too long. Rebound. Berto. 3-on-4 basketball. Now it's 5-on-5. 15-footer. Blocked and bothered by Brondial, actually.
Rebounding, making himself available for second chance looks and hard-nosed defense. That's Rodney Brondial.
Bahio thought he was in the clear already, and he was challenged. Here's the pass to the wing. Ross fires baseline. Junmar, there could be a foul underneath on Bahio.
Trying to block out Junmar Fajardo.
Apple has a report. Go ahead, please.
Yes, with all odds seemingly against them and the way the Gilas team was formed, sabi ni Robert Bolick, 5 practices together, isa lang beses na kumpleto, mas naging masarap at matamis yung kampyonato. Lalo na daw siya after 7 years. Ngayon lang ulit nag-champion. The last one was back in 2018. College pa siya in San Beda. Kaya naman daw, in-enjoy talaga niya. Sinulit niya, talon siya ng talon, and now he's back with his mother team. Susubukan daw talaga niya na makapanalo to extend the series. Back to you, gentlemen.
Good report. Apple David taking care of telling us the inside thoughts of Robert Bolick in the aftermath of that SEA Games victory.
Not too many players are given the chance to represent flag and country.
Ikaw ba nakapag-SEA Games?
Opo, sir.
Nakailang ka? Isa?
As a player, isa po, sir.
Isa. As a coach?
4, sir.
4. In the meantime, corner flip. Yes!
Everything going right for the Road Warriors. Probably riding the confidence of being one of only 2 teams to have beaten San Miguel here in the Philippine Cup.
Very slow start by the Beermen here. But you know, it's not how you start against San Miguel. It's how you finish. Volley tries to hook it back in. Shot clock. Apparently, there was a change of possession. Jericho, top of the keyhole. 3!
And that's something that they will need. A floor spacer to keep the defense away from the restricted zone. Something that NLEX has done. Pack the paint against Junmar Fajardo.
Ito, libre. Malakas. Yung tira na yun ni Dominic Fajardo.
Napakahirap pumulit ang offensive rebound pag nandoon si Junmar Fajardo sa loob.
Jericho, 5 straight points. And just like that, San Miguel comes within 1 point. And we're going to look first, before the timeout, a 3-point shot. Brought to you by Arena Plus Sportsbook, courtesy of Jericho Cruz. And we shall be back with you here at the Smart Araneta Coliseum very shortly.
Right? You all right? Okay, you good? You good? Yes, yes. Volley, volley. Volley. Tsaka shot, tapos pick to big cuts kayo. Right? Inside court,
We never mind the standing because we respect the game. A lot of people now, they will relax, just like what happened some games. But you know, this is our preparation through going to the quarterfinals. We're trying to be consistent on our game. Even though, never mind who's our opponent, whether it's a bearing or not, we treat every game as an important game for us.
Ang iyong dating teammate, one of the winningest coaches.
Rookie of the year yan, sir.
Oh.
Daming championships.
Nanalo pa ng 3-point shooting contest yan, nalala ko.
Oo naman. Dead shot yan, sir.
Oo naman. Natawa siya nung PBA 50th. Nagkatabi sila ni Hector Calma. Kinanta ko yung jingle na Masagana 99. Yun yung team nila dati. Oh! Corner shot on Rumbere is red hot here in the first quarter.
Late pickup here in this conference. CD on Rumbere, the former Gin King. Knocking in the second 3-point basket.
Yeah, and he has 6 points already. Jericho, this one will not work. He's 2 of 4 from the field. Inside to Junmar. Ay, hindi nakita yung basket. Tinangay. Takbo ang NLEX. That'll work!
That will be 3-point basket number 4 o 5. Isa kay Torres. O 4 ba?
Dalawa kay Onrubere, isa kay Bowling.
Isa kay Alas. For a 7-point lead, biggest lead para sa Road Warriors,
Yes.
coming off a 6-point run here right now.
Nilabas kay Marcio. Step back. Aligarcia trying to keep in step. Good ball movement by the Beermen. Jericho!
59 points off the bench. Jericho Cruz, Don Trollano, chief architects in terms of offense off the bench para sa San Miguel.
Before this game, Jericho, 9 of 27 from 3-point distance.
We saw what he was able to do for not just San Miguel, but Guam. The Guam national team that played Gilas sa window ng World Cup qualifiers.
Kaya nga wari si team ko na alam niyang kayang gawin itong si Jericho, the tornado that he is. There's Bolick, pocket pass to Onrubere. From the outside, they drag it in. Great pass. Will they count it? No basket. No basket. The trail referee was sure of himself as he called off that basket. That's the job of the trail referee, the one who is at the back. And with a quick video review, it is confirmed.
Hindi pa nare-release. Nasa mga kamay pa ni Burgerman, Don Fajardo.
Junmar shopping. Marshall looking inside Brundial. Over to Marshall. Drags it. Ooh, what a twirl. But here comes a big rebound and a foul off the rebound.
It was Policarpio securing the defensive rebound. Policarpio hit that 4-point basket dun sa huling laro ng NLEX versus Converge that sent the game into extra time. Unfortunately, in overtime, inunahan na sila nila Justin Baltasar at Juan Gomez de Liano.
In this game, Ronnie, rebounding will be critical for
True.
NLEX. They are number 6 in the league with 49.54 against the number 2 rebounding team, which is San Miguel. Bollig fakes a pass. Here's the drag, and there's a reach in. Well, look at Wami Chong-sung's reaction. Kasi kuminsan ng player, napapasok lang, tapos foul agad. Nagugulat eh.
Jab right, go left for LJ Gonzalez.
Lakas ng pagpasok ng new wave of players sa PBA. It's a new generation na. At they are making more than just waves. On Mubere, gutsy drive, and we will collect the foul. Ano nakainis on Mubere today?
Another chance to play in the PBA. Opportunistic at this situation na nagkaroon siya.
He's been around, Ronnie.
Yes, or several PBA teams. Seven points off the bench.
Nakakatuwa sa kabila sa NLEX, yung kombinasyon ni John Chico at ni Shot Tankinsen. For the longest time in the late 90s and 2000s, they were on the other side of the floor, winning many championships for either Ginebra or San Miguel.
At naglaro din sa PBA si Shot Tankinsen.
Alam mo, nakalaro ko in the younger days in the 90s, pick-up game against John Chico. Good luck sa amin. Ubus kami. Galing tumira ni Coach Jong eh.
Utak maglaro yan.
Sobra. Tapos kakampi pa niya si Alpan Lilio. Wala kami nagawa.
Mahusay din, sir.
Oo. Jericho won't make the shot. Rebound is loose. Here's the push. Off the dribble. There is a foul. Up. Girian. And the wrestling match is on. Richie Roger. Binulabog si Cruz.
This is the playoffs.
Yeah. It's not the physicality that increases it. It's the intensity. Yung physicality, it's there. Di ba yung sinasabi, it's a playoff game? It's playoff game because so much more is at stake. San Miguel wins, good night, NLEX. Their schedule will be changed. But if they win, they'll have practice tomorrow and another game to play.
That's correct. Second foul here for Junmar Fard, who's managed to score only 2 points. That'll be a shooting foul.
21-16. NLEX has dictated the flow. You don't like this word. Traffic of the traffic.
Medyo nabawasan na, sir.
Huwag mong urutin. Ikaw, lalabas ka mamaya. May pupuntahan ka.
Bukas na lang ang kwentuhan mo na.
Okay, sige. Huwag mong pansinin. 2 for 2 by Dominic Fajardo.
Points off the bench likewise here for the Road Warriors, helping them out build a 7-point lead once more.
Who has always had a great PBA story. What has happened to him? Biglang naging member ng PBA team, Anyway, CJ, beautiful cutting up of the inside, and Perez zigzagging through traffic.
Top gun in terms of offense para sa San Miguel, finally scoring his first 2 points.
Onmo Perez found Fajardo. Brondial with a foul. Free throws forthcoming for NLEX, sorry.
Another set of 2 free throws. Low by move coming from CJ Perez. And even against the last line defender.
Wala, iniwanan. Pinanood. He froze the D. Bakit kay CJ itong bagong gupit niya?
Clean look, sir.
Bumata eh. First free throw is in the pocket.
This will be free throws 7th and 8th.
So pareho, and NLEX hanging on to a 7-point lead. There's something amiss. A flop? Is there a flop? There's a blocking foul.
Road Warriors with a 6-point edge in terms of perimeter scoring. Likewise, sa points of turnovers, +6.
Onwobere, by the way, Ronnie, was guilty of the third team foul of NLEX in the quarter. Nearly fumbled by CJ, managed to recontrol it. Tautua with a great pass inside. To the wing we go. 3 on target.
Again, from Kahilig.
Yep, Andreas Kahilig cuts it down to 4. Here's Gonzalez dribbling around the neighborhood. Onwobere could have released it already. Forces this up,
wow.
but scores!
With a Midas touch on Christmas Day. Sydney Onwobere now with a total of 9 points to emerge as the leading scorer.
Baka maganda Noche Buena kagabi.
Baka may katuloy pa mamayang gabi.
Pwede pag nanalo, no? Ayun, siguro naghanap ng foul. Pagkatapos, intensity, ano?
Points of the bench. 11 para dito sa Road Warriors.
Johnson.
That's the first trip to the line, by the way, for San Miguel. NLEX meron ng 8 free throws. 7 ang kanilang naipasok. High scoring quarter for NLEX.
Yeah. 2 minutes and 18 to go at that. Wami in the box, does not force it. Tautua is on the outside. CJ getting in the hand up. Well, scoot inside but miss. And here comes the push. Policarpio thinking about it. Sends it to the side. Onwobere.
A lot of cross matches.
Richie fires, no good. Johnson slows down. Kahilig will provide the shield. Not really used. Double team on CJ. Here's Tautua. Shot clock reduced to 10. The shot too long. Rebound taken away by NLEX again.
NLEX continues to trap the ball screens, pushing the offense of San Miguel farther away from the basket. Cross match na naman.
Pull up from 15. Short.
He's a very good isolation player, really. I was watching him. Napakagaling sa mga cross matches laban sa mas matatangkad na manlalaro.
Ano ibig sabihin ng cross match?
Yung napupunta yung maliit sa malaki, babantayan ng maliit yung malaki, o
So
babantayan ng malaki yung maliit.
it's basically a switch.
Correct, sir. Attacking the switch defense. Tautua with his first basket.
Cutting down the NLEX advantage to 4. Rogers goes outside. Roger. Inside we go. Yes.
No rotation there on the weak side.
Fajardo has 6, by the way.
All right. Onwobere with 9. That's already 15 coming off the bench.
And they have a 6-point lead with 40 seconds remaining. Perez hangs on to the leather. Undecided. Ooh, muntik na. Jericho cuts up the interior. Got it to go. May kasama pang foul.
Ang hindi ko nakikita, ayan, papasok na si Don Troliano. So a combo of Fajardo and Onwobere producing a total of 15 points.
Usually yan, sabay si Jericho at saka si Troliano. Pero ngayon, pinauna si Jericho. Ito pumasok, ha. And Jericho now has 10 points coming off the bench.
Sa tulad ni Troliano, mga armas.
Ayan ang
Coach
free-
Leo off the bench.
And a free throw situation.
Pangalawa pa lang to dahil may technical free throw kanina si
Consider this
Wami Chongson.
hindi pumasok lang yung free throw na yun.
12 points per game for Jericho Cruz, now already with a total of 11.
Jericho drops to the deck. The defense collapsing. This one circles out. Tautua snares the board. 16 seconds remaining. San Miguel can tie or come within a point. Don't forget, later on in the evening, Converge goes up against Ginebra. That series starts later, and that's dropped by Wang Changson. Cuts the lead down to 1. But NLEX has made a statement here in the opening quarter, Ronnie.
Oh, definitely. Defending well, getting to the line, converting 3-point baskets, but San Miguel fighting back. Lead is down to 1 here for the Road Warriors after the first 12 minutes.
Trap pa rin tayo, ha? Trap pa rin tayo. Alright? Okay? Ah, sige. 1 to 4. 1 to 4 switch. Alright. 5 trap. 5 trap can move. Alright, we're chopping that on move. 1 to 4 switch. Trap ka pa rin, pareho.
Okay, so many changes happening through the years, from a death squad to a depth squad with more different characters replacing that death squad of old, which was one of the best starting lineups in the PBA ever.
Heavyweight squad. That's why they're the winningest franchise in the history of the PBA. Sabi mo nga, sir, the only remaining pioneer team from the start of the PBA, and Moala Tautua also helping out. Make this San Miguel a really deep team in all positions.
But the Beermen seriously threatened, down by as much as 7 in the opening quarter. Blistering start by NLEX. They had different people scoring quickly, like Onmubere and others, but they managed to roar back, and they made a bit of a comeback. The defense of NLEX was also intact in that first quarter.
Indeed. Halos walang free throws na kuha ang San Miguel.
Dalawa lang.
Farther with only 2 points. They lost the rebounding battle, but they won in terms of perimeter scoring and 3-point shooting. And of course, turnover points.
You saw the graphic, Jericho Cruz producing 11 points coming off the NLEX bench. To the wing we go. New personnel on the floor for NLEX. We'll get to them very shortly. Here's Bolick back on the hardwood. Looking inside, the shot clock reduced to 5. Jab step to the corner. Roger is wide open, can't drop it. Rebound taken away by Andreas Kahili.
That's a good sequence of help side defense for San Miguel.
Wami from 15. No. And the rebound taken away by JB Bahil. Bolick probes inside, ups against it, fires 3. Top of the keyhole, no connection. Rebound is loose. NLEX quickly down defensively. San Miguel sees no options. Tautua has other ideas. He is fouled going in.
Nothing on the primary offense, something on the secondary look. Always very hard to guard. Somebody coming down from the trail post spot.
Kapulong is called for the foul. Ilan na ginamit itong NLEX? May 10 tao.
Na, sir.
Parang may 10 tao na.
Hindi ko na lang nakikita si Semerad at saka si Valdez at Herndon.
Tautua takes care of the first free throw, and we are deadlocked at 29.
Eh bago na naman, sir. Si JB Moco naman.
Ayan, veterano. Another beda boy.
From high school to college.
Who completed his studies at the school in Legarda, which is a university already, from, in case you didn't know. Some people still call it SBC.
No. Nung time namin, sir.
Ngayon, SBU na. For the longest time, JRU was a JRC.
Correct.
Till it became a JRU. And back to the PBA. Open shot, Nieto. Offline, rebound scampered for Bolick. Surveys his teammates. Bahia provides the screen. Bolick sees a crease. Oh boy, what a move.
It's a 3-ball earlier. Now attacks the defense of the taller defender. 7 for Bolick.
Huwag mo ibababa yung depensa mo kay Robert. Ano? Huwag kang bababa eh.
Bilis nung acceleration.
Oo, huwag kang kakagat. Parang CJ Perez yan eh. Launching a 3. Drops it.
Number 1 scorer for San Miguel. 3-time PBA scoring champion. One of the best two-way players at present. Also a national player.
19.09 points per ball game for CJ Perez going into these quarterfinals, and the Beermen are already in the lead. Give and go, very tight pass, and on the attempt by Kapulong to go up, he may get free throws here.
Working that basketball inside and closer to the basket. Yun ang tangka kanina ng Road Warriors, and once again, will be rewarded with 2 free throws.
Just heave a 3-point shot brought to you by Arena Plus Sportsbook.
That's 3-point basket number 3 for San Miguel. Dalawa sa unang quarter. Sorry, pang-apat na ba yan? Pang-apat na pala. Samantalang para sa NLEX, they shot 57% from the 3-point line in the first 12 minutes.
John Lawrence Capulong
4 games played, close to 4 points per contest. A little under 2 rebounds per game. 13 points, 7 rebounds in 4 games played, on the average of about 7.5 minutes.
Matt Nieto has been drawn out. That second free throw, very short. 1 point lead by the Beermen under 10 minutes ago, second period here in game number 1 of the quarterfinals. Seb Sarmenta, Ronnie Magsanok, and Apple David, your trio for your first game here today. Perez with the dazzle dribble, fires a long one. Not this time around. It is Cahilig who may have tapped it outside, and the NLEX Road Warriors finally obtain it. Capulong will provide the shield. Rolls away. Torres probes. Near steal by Perez. Will he get it? Yes!
There was a gamble coming from CJ Perez that opened up the driving lane for JB Bahio. And again, very crafty. Big man with perimeter moves. Scores his first bucket here. This move on the sidestep.
Bahio will get a free throw, and we have a chance to go to Apple.
Mabilis ang rotation ng players ng NLEX kasi takbuhan talaga ang gusto nila mangyari. Mr. Make basket, they want to be able to push the ball. Nagawa nila ng first quarter, they want to keep doing here in the second quarter. Pero ang problema, yung 28 points kanina na binigay nila dito sa Beermen, sabi nga nila masyadong mataas ito. So kailangan, dedepensa rin ng mas mahigpit. Hindi pwedeng shootout ang mangyayari ngayong gabi. On the side of San Miguel naman, on offense, sabi ni Coach Leo, just let it flow. Walang pwersado. May 4 turnovers sila first period. And also on defense, guardyahan mabuti, respetuhin itong mga manlalaro ng NLEX. Back to you, Johnny.
And Apple put it so succinctly and so correctly. Everything that she said, she was putting captions on what was happening on 2 exchanges on the floor, actually. Thank you, Apple. In the meantime, here's Tautua trying to make a decision. NLEX back to a 4-point lead. The short stab won't work, and the rebound. NLEX fighting for every rebound inside. Something they have to do if they want to have a chance here against the Beermen. That could be traveling. They don't whistle it. Look at the bench of San Miguel, up in arms.
5 points, 2 possessions for JB Bahio. On top by 4 once again. Quarter scoring. NLEX 29 in the first quarter, 8 here in quarter 2. San Miguel, total of 5 points.
Bahio. Ramirez. There's a foul. Offensive foul. It's against NLEX.
On an illegal screen called against JB Bahio to try and free up Robert Bolick.
Yung mga off-the-ball picks talaga eh. Kailan talaga freeze kick. Well, even the ones on the ball screen actually.
Totoo yun.
Junmar whirls. Ramirez applying body pressure inside. That's a rejection. Big swat. That's lost. Regained to the middle. The jumper too high of the glass. Mocon had a good block on the other end. CJ Perez drags them all. No, Trollano pushes it up. No. Action continues. No whistle.
Could have been fouled.
Bolick unloads. Can't drop it. Rebound. NLEX fighting tooth, nail, and everything. San Miguel has to respond. They have to block out NLEX here. Bolick one more time around the block. Won't get it.
They continue to attack the ball screen defense of Junmar Fajardo. But now they're beginning to miss as well from 3-point territory.
Perez trying to make some decision here. Finally gets it over to the Kraken. Back to Perez. 3. Yes.
And again, when Junmar Fajardo touches the basketball, good things happen for San Miguel. Perez, slow start. Now already with a total of 7 points for the Beermen.
It's just a 2-pointer, so it's 7 points now for Perez. Looked like a 3, but Roy Lopez's score says a 2. In the meantime, Ramirez foiled. Here comes Wami, slowing it down the middle to Trollano. Drags 2 defenders. He is distracted. It's a 3 on to bust out. Bolick, Ramirez. Ooh, hammer time. Cahilig.
No easy basket here in the playoffs. On the flip side, multiple attacks coming from Trollano. No whistle blown.
Even on Christmas Day, walang Pasko sa coach. Talagang they go bananas over calls and non-calls.
Yes, lalo critical itong yung playoffs. Maskin may twice to beat edge ka kasi mahirap din na humaba pa yung serye kung sakasakali.
Parang binigyan mo ng chance yung isa.
Yes.
And Kahilig ended with his second personal foul. Ramirez will shoot charities. NLEX hangs on to a 2-point lead. We're at the 6:34 mark of the second quarter.
Went to the line 8 times in the first 12 minutes. Scored 7 points from the free throw line. At 12 points out of 29-point output as well from 3-point territory. Referring to NLEX.
Bahio is given a rest by Onwubere, who came off the bench, blazed right away with 9 points. 2 free throws canned by Ramirez.
4 points for Ramirez. Trying to battle against the Kraken.
Yep, that's Brandon Ramirez. He's throwing everything. That's a push against Brandon.
Ball number 2 on Ramirez. Fardo still with only 2 points.
Well, he has the body to battle against Junmar, and Junmar stands about a head above him, taller than him.
3 attempts so far for Fajardo. No trip to the line, but with 6 rebounds for the Beermen.
Top of the keyhole, here's CJ. Looks inside to the Kraken, who stretches inside.
Off the ball play for Junmar Fajardo. Hindi yung poste-poste, kung hindi, downhill move on the dive to the basket.
Swat by Brondial on the drive of Onwubere. It'll stay there with NLEX.
And most of the points of Onwubere when he was sent in quarter 1 came against Junmar Fajardo. Ngayon, ibang matchup na si Rodney Brondial.
Oh, good play. Good cut, and the basket will count. Torres had a great backdoor cut, actually.
Right, overplaying the receiver. And Ramirez, good recognition on that rear cut to free up Torres for a bonus play.
We're going to pause for a timeout on the floor. We'll bring you back to the Smart Alaneta Coliseum very shortly.
Side. All right, 2 minutes pareha. LJ, Kevin, side. All right, pero free throw ka pa. Nagpi-free throw pa siya. LJ muna. All right. Remember, we are 21. All right. Opportunity trap.
One of the bright new finds of NLEX is Cyrus Torres. He has averaged that many points, and he's quite a three-point shooter. And a reliable, given a lot of playing time actually by Jong Wichiko.
He's their second best three-point shooter just behind Robert Bolick. Very critical right now for the Road Warriors. Magkaroon ng maayos na porsyente mula sa three-point line given the way Junmar Fajardo defends inside.
They've got to hit their shots, no question about it.
Correct.
To give them a good chance to extend the series. Of course, it's the Beermen who at 9-2 have the twice to beat edge.
And again, that overplay defense freed up Torres, who read the defense perfectly. First basket for Torres after missing his first 2 attempts.
Sometimes, you know, when you move well without the ball and the passer recognizes that, and the passer is willing to give up the ball, good things happen. Free throw Story on your picture.
That's +9 in terms of attempts, +8 in terms of points from the free throw line.
Playoffs, ano, kailangan lahat ng free throws mo, nail as many as you can.
At saka eventually, merong mafa-foul trouble sa kalaban pag napakaraming free throws ang naibibigay.
Somebody will have 4, somebody will have 5. Hopefully, you're wishing that it's a star player that will have that problem. Perez, the point of attack. Two-man game, basically. By the way, Rosales is already on the hardwood. Left-handed stab by Trondano, a bit wild. He gathers his own miss. Here's Perez. This is a broken play. They reassemble their offensive. Brondial sliding in. Gets it to buy.
6 points for Brondial. First 2 points in the quarter. CJ Perez more comfortable right now, getting his offensive flow.
Broken play na yan. Ginawa ng paraan. Penetration short. That will not work that time around for JB Mocon.
Well defended by Troliano all the way.
Rosales, Brondial trying to get it to Junmar. Ball is knocked outside to be retained by the Beermen. We're at the 5-minute mark of this second period. Bolick will return. Torres is drawn out. Mocon will also sit down. By the way, Alas is also brought back in.
Who played very well in his first start here para sa Road Warriors.
And Jericho Cruz is also brought back in.
Someone who also contributed heavily off the bench for San Miguel.
Yeah, to replace CJ Perez. Good catch by Jericho on the inbound. Makes that familiar twirl of his. Brondial, no, not this time. Junmar goes up with nothing. Ball is off Junmar.
Excellent effort coming from Brandon Ramirez.
You know, he's offering body and soul, everything.
Talo sa height pero sa bigat. Kahit paano, may laban.
Didikit, ano na? Babangga.
Man, sa cruiserweight.
Ayan. Sabi ko na ba, marunong ka ng boxing.
Ayub Kaluli.
Yeah. Alas. Shake and bake. Short. Very short.
Another defensive gem coming from Troliano. 2 consecutive stops by the Don.
Yun ang hindi masyado nabibigyan ng emphasis sa pag-assess kay Troliano na yung kanyang defensive skills actually. His pass, however, deflected. Alas thought they had it, but the shot clock will be down to 10.
Itong ball screen defense ng NLEX kanina forced San Miguel to commit 4 early turnovers.
Yes, it did.
And they scored 6 early points off those turnovers sa ating unang quarter.
Again, you're watching our Christmas Day presentation of the PBA. 2 games. We're in the playoffs already, quarterfinals. San Miguel will go up against NLEX here. And later on, we will have Converge against Ginebra. This outside attempt, no. Rebound claimed by Alas. Seb Sarmiento, Ronnie Magsano, Apple David for your Sports 5 presentation of the PBA on Christmas Day 2025. Ramirez handed it over, back to him. He needs to knock this down.
Well set up. Shot clock winding down, finding an open teammate. Pardo was not able to rotate. 6 points for Ramirez as a starter tonight.
LJ Gonzalez setting that up nicely. Quick release, layup will work, make a summon foul.
Third assist for Junmar Fajardo. A post entry to a hand of play. Good use of the screen. Attacking the switching defense and scoring point number 13, eclipsing his normal 12-point average.
Alam mo, parang ano talaga si Jericho pag umatake sa'yo, parang thunderstorm talaga.
Lakas ng katawan.
Oo. Taga-Guam pa. Maraming bagyo doon.
Daanan.
Nakatira sa Pilipinas, marami pa rin bagyo.
Puntahan.
Hello. Hello, sayang. Dikit na yung ganda yung idea ni Brondial pero hindi pumasok yung point-blank range attempt. 3-point NLEX lead. No, there is a reach-in foul. I think it might go against Lassiter.
In the last free throw sequence, 3 Beermen were already in the front court. So ang lumabas doon, 2 Beermen lamang yung sumubok. Makabuo nung last offensive play para sa kanila.
Lassiter with his second foul, the 5th on the Beermen. Alas trying to get things going. Here's Gonzalez attacking, sending it to the side. This one is a bit offline for Onwubere. Bolick tried to step into the passing lane against Rosales. Cruz, will he accelerate? He's given isolation.
What a pass.
Junmar is rejected from behind by Alas. Prayer over the backboard. We play on. And in the meantime, NLEX in uproar. They will challenge.
Yes.
This might be an exaggeration. Muntik bang tapakan ni Junmar si Kevin dun. Kevin Alas and his green shoes. Ano, Ronnie? Green shoes tayo next year.
Pwede, sir.
2026. Mukhang it does wonders.
Pwede.
Payag ka na, ha?
Ayan, ganyan, sir. Payag ako.
Orange ayaw.
Baka mahirapan.
Okay. Yellow ayaw din.
Lalong may hirapan.
Okay. Kukuha pa naman sana kita ng sponsorship.
Yan ay ibang usapan.
Okay. Outstanding brand.
Tried and tested.
Huwag mo akong biruin.
Madali naman akong kausap.
Oo naman, alam ko naman.
Bagay kay Kevin, sir.
Okay, Kevin. Kasi si Lina ang pumili niya.
Green, sir, eh. Tenista si Selena.
Okay, malim. Kintab, mukhang bago pa eh. Problema natin, sapatos. Sasabi ng mga tao, ano ba kayong dalawa?
Ito
Challenge.
Sa huling 5 laro ng San Miguel, nag-average ito ng halos 125 points per game. Pakataas. Nag-158 sa Terra Firma. Nag-135 sa Terra Firma. Nag-158 sa Titan.
Pag umanda ng opensa ng San Miguel kasi, no?
So yun ang iniiwasan dito ng NLEX, yung mag-run ng hindi mo mabibigil pag umarangkada.
And many times it happens in the third quarter. I think we'll have one of the referees make an announcement there. Here comes the announcement.
After the review, there's no flapping foul. The correct call is blocking foul on Kevin Alas. Therefore, the challenge made by NLEX is not successful.
So the challenge is unsuccessful. This is a reverse angle if we look at it. Blocking foul has been called on Alas. And as such, with the count 44-41 with 2:46 remaining, we have a timeout on the floor.
Lahat ng PBA fans, lalong-lalo sa NLEX Road Warriors, pinabati ko kayo ng Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Mga PBA fans, so yung mga NLEX fans, thank you for supporting us throughout the conference. We appreciate you so much. So all I want to say is Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays sa lahat ng PBA, NLEX, and Philippine basketball fans. And I hope to see you in the venue.
Good size Christmas Day crowd here joining all of you wherever you are. Merry Christmas from your PBA. And this is the first time you worked on a Christmas Day.
Correct, sir.
Ako, second or third time. We had one minsan sa Philippine Arena.
On Christmas Day, sir?
On Christmas Day.
Ginebra game, most probably?
I think so. My memory always fails me. That's why. 44 to 41. But our producers, their memory does not fail. Lalo si Merb at saka Pao.
Dahil sa siomay yan dun sa prodroom.
Patay, sabi na eh.
May kalamansi, sir.
Si Jello at si Merb, yan ang mga historians natin na kinukonsulta si Fidel Mangonon. And then we have our stories. Here's the Kraken on Rubere, brushed aside. Look at the hook shot.
Let's see if Junmar Fajardo will start flexing his interior muscle. 6 points for Fajardo.
Wala ko kung anong muscle lang flex. 6 points by the Kraken. 1 point lead by NLEX.
2 free throws coming up.
Sino tumalsik? Si Rosales.
Si Fajardo.
See, Fajardo has made his 2 free throws last time around. He's actually 4 of 4.
Nice sweeping hook coming from the 11-time PBA champion.
Nakatuwa yung story ni Fajardo. No? Grew out of the ranks, NLEX offices, became a 3x3 player.
Right.
And then now became part. Nagkaroon tayo ng PBA on tour just after the pandemic, I remember. And he just displayed such great grit in that game, actually, in that series.
Matalino maglaro, sir.
Saka may katawan eh, no?
Malakas. Kaya bumuntay ng malaki at ng maliit.
Up, nasundot ni Fajardo. Last touch si Brundial. You were saying?
It was Fajardo who deflected that last pass coming from Cruz, forcing the turnover.
The 3-point affair with 1:47 remaining in your first half. Fajardo hands off to Bolig. Bolig dancing around the neighborhood on Robere. Does not launch. Here's a loss, considering it with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Drags everybody. Creates inside. Just steadies his grip on the ball and forced it up.
Lassiter was right there to take that basketball away. First 2 points after his 7-point explosion in quarter 1.
So therefore, he has a total of 9 as the Kraken tries to disengage and scores easily against nobody in sight.
Spinning away from the help side defense. Baseline incursion para dito kay Junmar Fajardo now with a total of 8 points.
And Lex hangs on to a 3-point lead. Ball is pried loose from Bolik. No argument. It hit him last before it ricocheted out. We have a 30-second timeout being requested by, I think, San Miguel. Leo Austria always uses this. Why not? Hindi mo naman gagamitin. Hindi mo naman maiuwi. Hindi naman pwedeng Christmas gift.
Hindi po.
Gamitin mo na. Don't forget, later on we will have, I think it's Magoo and Dr. J who are assigned to do for our RPTV presentation. We will have Converge against Ginebra. You know, Coach Ryan Gregorio, I have no answer. I'm not sure. Remember the time when Converge won against Ginebra? Tapos sumut pa rin si Gomez de Leon, yung nagalit si Tim Cone. And the issue was, well, there's a quotient, and I don't know. Well, I'm sure Dr. J and Magoo will explain that later on, if it has any effect.
Pala, no?
If it does have any effect. Coach Ryan Gregorio posed that interesting question while we were all on the way out of our own locker room. Masaya ho ang locker room namin. Hindi gaya na sa player. Yung amin may siomay eh.
Marami akong nakita ron, sir. Palabok ba yun o pansin?
Ewan ko ba? Tsaka ang daming maliliit na tao eh.
Pagkakain, di na sila maliit, sir.
Wala na. Araw ng anak at saka ng kamag-anak eh. We hope you're having a great Christmas wherever you're catching us. Kami nang bahala sa basketball nyo. Rosales. No. Junmar. Goodbye. Timeout naman ng NLEX.
Nag-change up defensively ang Road Warriors, but still Junmar Fajardo find ways to score.
The 30-second timeout is now utilized by NLEX. Will hang on to the air. 47 seconds remain. 48-47 is the count. NLEX led by as large as 7 points when it was 20-13. They started out well, but San Miguel caught fire here in the second quarter. Now, if you're NLEX, you want to score on this one.
Babalik pang possession dito sa San Miguel. Ano man ang mangyari dito sa parating after timeout play ni Coach Jong Yuchiko.
Both teams in penalty, so I don't think anybody's going to use any fouls here. Kapulong, Gonzalez, Alas, Pollock. Libre. Good shot.
That's his shot. That's his game. Two-man game execution. 2-for-1 look.
Coach Jong is signaling along with his assistants there. He tried to pry it loose from behind. Turn around, Junmar. Long. Bolek has it. There's time for one last heat. 2-1. Mukhang makukuha if this goes in, Ronnie.
That's right, sir.
Hindi nga naka-1 yung isa. Kapulong, screen. Bolek. 4, 3, libre. Bang.
Well executed. And again, that was a Spain execution of a two-man game to free up a shooter. Miss jump. Suddenly, NLEX will not be ahead by 1, not by 3, but will be with a 6-point advantage after the first 24 minutes.
We have the count at 53-47. Time to review now our Babat player of the game of the first half. Brought to you by Devant. Enjoy unforgettable TV Babat moments with your family only with Devant. And Alas and Fajardo have a conversation, but in 11 minutes, Kevin Alas has exploded for 9 points. And the NLEX Road Warriors, a game down, needing to win today to stretch this into a series. Passion, intensity, fire, all these will merge together for a combination that will explode the second half.
Everybody, all the San Miguel fans, all the PBA fans, man, I want to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to all of you guys. Take care, God bless, enjoy it, be with your family, enjoy the family time, enjoy it all, man, you know. Merry Christmas to you all.
Lahat ng PBA fans, Merry Christmas sa ating lahat. Sana makita natin yung pagmamahala natin. And ingat, God bless. Sana makita namin kayo sa mga live games.
Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas sa ating mga PBA fans. The playoff start today. At ang unang series natin ay ang San Miguel Beermen versus the NLEX Road Warriors with the Beermen with a twice-to-beat advantage. Pero sa larong ito, after 2 quarters, it is the Road Warriors with a lead of 53-47. is the score. At dahil nga araw ng Kapaskuhan, ang inyong mga paboritong PBA players ay nagpaabot ng mga pagbati sa kanilang social media account. Sabi ni Troy, Merry Christmas everyone from the Rosarios. Ang kita man ng family pic nila yon. And even CJ Perez with this greeting, lovely and happy Christmas from your family to yours. Sana umabot ang greetings sa mga idol nyo sa inyo. Kay RR Pogoy naman, Blessed Christmas. May the little joy of Christ's birth remind us of God's greatest gift to us. A Merry Christmas to the Pogoy family. Robert Bolick hindi rin nagpahuli, saying, Blessed Merry Christmas from the Bolicks. Ang cute naman ng baby ni Berto. And over here, a greeting saying, true dedication doesn't take holidays off while the world celebrates. So again, mula sa inyo mga paboritong PBA players, Merry Christmas po. At dahil Pasko, meron kaming special feature para sa inyo. Let's watch this.
If I was a Christmas character, who would I be? I would well, I call myself Black Santa all the time. So I want to say that I'm Black Santa, but that's super main character. So I'm not going to go with that one. I'll probably be Frosty the Snowman. I'll probably be Frosty the Snowman because I like him. I like snow. He's cool. There's a whole song dedicated to him. I like carrots. I mean, those are good enough reasons for me, man.
Taklo siguro. Ako yung nagbibigay ng mga gifts sa
If I was to be a Christmas character, I would choose Rudolph. I choose Rudolph. I always loved him. I always loved Rudolph's purpose. You know, he was he was the underdog of the pack, and he was able to rise to the challenge when needed. So, and that's something that I always look forward to being. Part of every team is the underdog, and hopefully arise from the challenges that we face.
I say I'll be the Grinch. Just because, you know, sometimes I'm not in the Christmas spirit. You know, as you get older, Christmas, you know, the magic fades away a little bit, but, you know, Christmas is still a special day, special holiday, so, you know, I enjoy my time with my family.
This character, I'll probably be Santa Claus. You know, I'm a giver. I love giving gifts, especially to my loved ones, my family, so, yeah, probably Santa Claus.
Pero siyempre, ayaw mong maging rush niya, baka kailanganin mo yan.
Parating na yung playoffs, eh, no? Jericho Cruz nagmamano kay Dr. J. As Henning gets the basket.
Tumakanda tayo.
Oh, take it away! Anticipated yun! RJ the foul and the basket! He could tie it up with the free throw!
Just great anticipation by RJ Abarientos off that pass.
Greater side got careless sa play na yun.
Oh wow. Bamuya just taking over here in the fourth quarter. And I like this. After making that shot, his teammates are cheering him on.
Does he miss it here? No, he's going to miss the second one.
Gonna be looking for that 4-point shot.
Policarpio wants to be hero. And it looks like he will be the hero.
That's what he was looking for, my friend. I think we're going to be staying over an extra 5 minutes here. Teka lang, tingnan natin kung makikita natin yung orasan.
That should count.
Oo.
That should definitely count.
Oh my goodness. Lots of time to spare, my friend.
Stephen Holt in the lane. The layup too strong. Floyd can't put it in. Ball on the floor. Chapin. Scotty. For three! That's the lead for Ginebra. And Riverside will have 7.4 to try to win it.
Wow, that's just wild and woolly basketball.
Sometimes those kinds of broken plays, that's what wins games.
Wins games, and it forces the players to just react.
Yan, pangalawang pintis na yan mula kay Lemeti.
Oh, he's been struggling from
Oh,
the
look at that.
three-point area.
Easy takeaway, Dom. It's going to be a jam mula kay Santi Santillan.
We're talking about Lemeti. You can see Lemeti really struggling from the three-point area. Only shooting about 18% from the three-point area this conference.
Which is really surprising.
Sigurado na ang NLEX. Wala nang ma-arithmetic. Hindi na natin kailangan mag-bat. Bababa na sila sa second quarter.
Ang NLEX ba, ilan ngayon?
6-5 eh.
So wala na sila.
Oo.
Doon na sila sa ilalim.
Pagka nanalo-lalo ang TNT, wala nang arithmetic. Sigurado na. Pero makakalaban pa rin ang TNT Magnolia.
Mataas ang percentage ng mga shooting.
Oh!
Ayan pa. Oh, ito na. Uy, nawala pa.
Galinato throws it down! Humabol pa si Una. Napastos dyan tuloy siya.
Pero may backup kasi yan. Mapintis na nun. Gusto po ko, bakit up. Pero, you know, even he's only maybe 6'4", pero malakas talaga pumalo nito. Mag-finish lang ang importante para kay Henry Galinato.
Kala natin nawala na yung dribble, but he recovered just in time as Bonds coming off a timeout. Inside they go. Brandon Ross serving and throw down.
The defense now is really collapsing for Magnolia. When you allow that, a dunk shot, medyo hindi maganda defense.
Oh, great pass. Great pass and gentle stop, which is good for two. Kate Flores with 6 in the game. Eager to steal the ball, though he has committed 2 fouls from Son. Oh! Great pass to Flores.
Every time Joshua Muson penetrates, good things happen. Like Scotty Thompson, a very good passer.
(24-19) was the output of NLEX in the second quarter after taking the opening quarter against the San Miguel Beermen 29-28 that a big statement by NLEX trying to stretch this series because San Miguel has the twice to beat edge.
Understanding that defense is going to be a major key for them to try and extend the series. NLEX limiting San Miguel to an under 20-point quarter. And they had a late 5-point run to extend their advantage heading to quarter number 3.
Some
I choose Rudolph. I always
probably
loved him.
unusual
I always loved Rudolph's purpose. You know, I always loved him.
contributors, but we've always known Sidney
Purpose, you know, he
Rivera
was,
to be a good team player. That's why he's always had the job, actually.
Well, they had time to prepare, and definitely they surely look back during their first meeting, a game wherein they were able to beat San Miguel by a single point. Onuvera, match up against Junmar Fajardo earlier, scored the most points off the bench for the Road Warriors, and more than that, helped them stay ahead after the first 12 minutes, extending that advantage all the way here to the end of quarter number 2. Numbers that will tell you that so far NLEX aggression getting to the line plus 11 in terms of free throw points. Turnovers forcing San Miguel to commit those number of turnovers and scoring off those turnovers. What's not written in the numbers? The 10 fast break points for NLEX. Definitely pace is the name of the game, and defensive intensity for the Road Warriors, who have limited San Miguel to only 4 of 13 shooting from the outside. Lassiter and Trollano scoreless after the first two quarters, main contributors for their Beermen, especially on the offensive end.
And NLEX will have to sustain this going into the next and the final quarters if they want to have a schedule tomorrow. If they win, they'll probably practice tomorrow, Ronnie, and the next game for them will be 2 days hence.
I believe so.
Yeah.
But for them, it's all about getting this all-important win.
Today
Correct.
muna.
Oo.
Today
Wala
muna.
nang bukas kung walang ngayon. Samantala for San Miguel, it's all about one and done. As we find Il Trollano starting out the third quarter after coming off the bench in quarter 1.
Yeah, keep in mind, San Miguel with 9-2 going into these quarterfinals.
9 straight wins yan, sir.
Yeah, 9 straight wins and 6-5.
3 straight losses naman para sa NLEX.
Sa NLEX. And your trio here, yours truly, Seth Sarmenta with Ronnie Magsano, can apple the bit, bring you the second half of this all-important first game of the quarterfinals. The other pair, later on, it'll be, oh, that is a pass to nobody. On Rivera was hoping somebody else would cut. They feel it was last touch San Miguel, but it won't be so. Don't forget, Converge and Ginebra get entangled. We have a good-sized crowd here. One of the indicators is when the bleacher section is loaded up, actually.
On Christmas Day.
On Christmas Day. Trollano. CJ contemplates, steps back, 3. Offline, rebound is loose. Alas collects it. Into the corner we go. On Rivera launches short. No lift on that particular attempt. Junmar Fajardo sends it to the open. Trollano, 3. Yes.
That augurs well for San Miguel spacing. And again, a pass coming from a post entry. Fajardo making things happen, scoring on the inside, on putbacks, getting to the line and finding open teammates.
You know, when your center does that and a lot of other things, you go places. Torres bottled up, and the ball knocked away to be retained by the Road Warriors. We're going to take a look at this three-point shot brought to you by Arena Plus Sportsbook, courtesy of Don Trollano. I like that line earlier you had. Don Camaso? Sino po yun?
Don Camaso? Don Aliado?
Don Trollano.
Pero ang kapareho niya ng pangalan ay si Saladon Camaso.
Saladon. From behind, nearly a heist by Bahia. Junmar and company of 10 seconds. Make something happen. Squeeze play.
0 out of 5. Nearly 12 minutes in the first two quarters for Trollano here. Under 2 minutes, first two possessions, a total of 5 points.
Alam mo, kung minsan yung player, pag nasasabihan ng coaches sa lahat, kailangan ka na, gumawa ka, gagawa't gagawa. This is a corner shot. And John Brian Bahio knocks it down.
7 points for Bahio. Second quarter, 5 points. 2 points here in the third. The first 2 points for NLEX. With extra pass for the Road Warriors in that last sequence.
Oh, CJ gets clipped by Torres on the shot. Apple, go ahead, please.
It's no surprise na ang NLEX wanna continue running here in the second half. Coach Porter Nida also noted how itong si Junmar Fajardo, pinapahirapan sila sa opensa. Ang gusto nila, patrabahuhin din si JMF sa depensa. Hopefully, mapagod daw ito pagdating ng fourth quarter. Ang San Miguel naman, sabi ni Coach Peter Martin, they were caught off guard by the aggressive defense of the Road Warriors. Dapat daw mas maging intentional, deliberate sila sa opensa, lalo na in getting to the paint. And also, they are aware of the LJ Robert combo, both the creators, so special mention din sila sa locker room. Back to you, gentlemen.
Two things to be wary of on each side of the floor. Thank you, Apple. 9:42 remaining. The free throw makes it 55-53 here in the third. Balik, there's a slide in by Bahil, trying to pivot against Brundial. The young man, may have changed his pivot foot there. Missed the shot though. Ross, Troliano, what a third quarter.
I believe that is the first points in fast break situation para dito sa San Miguel. Oh, the fourth point created off that defensive stop by Junmar Fajardo.
But 7 points already for Troliano.
Correct, here in the third.
Bahio's pass intended for Alas. It's outside. We take a second look at this last play. Watch this.
Chris Ross pushing the basketball forward, and Troliano has not only scored well in their half-court sets, but has also anchored that last transition play for San Miguel. We're down by as much as 7.
You know who reminds me of Troliano, but of course the one I will remember as a better defensive player. It's Glenn Capascio. Why? Because there is, before you know it, Glenn Capascio will hurt you, will burn you in a game. And then, same thing with Troliano. He'll suddenly get going. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Oh, look at that show of might! Brundial lifted high. In the meantime, San Miguel in the lead. Tinakas talaga ng Brundial yung bola.
Alam niya, parating si CJ sa weak side.
Ipit. Now, you don't want San Miguel to suddenly capitalize and get their third quarter going. Troliano. He's hot. He's hot. No question about it.
My. 10 of the 13 third quarter points by San Miguel poured in by Troliano. Biggest lead so far in the contest for San Miguel, a 5-point edge after being down by 6, entering quarter 3.
This is a 3 brought to you by Arena Plus Sportsbook. We have a timeout on the floor, and it is San Miguel with its biggest lead of 5.
Double chop. Once the big man gets the ball on the roll, you've got to cut big, all right? Once it gets on the roll, you've got to get to the rebound, all right? Okay, clear? Makuha, 5 points lang yan. I told you to run a streak. All right, stay together. All right, they will run a streak. Overcome the streak. It's a game. Okay, we got that? Okay? All right. Keep running the flow so we can get them off guard. All right, we got that? Okay lang yan. 5 points lang yan.
And talk of the value of the part of the floor called the bench.
Number 1 scoring team with players off the bench. Top gun off the bench, Troliano, close to 17 points per contest. 0-5 in the first 2 quarters. In quarter 3, 10 of their 13 points perfect from the field. Scoring in so many ways for the Beermen.
Talk of an explosion. Apple?
Sev and Coach Ronnie, nabanggit nyo kanina how Don Troliano is the second leading scorer of the team. Ang isang factor daw kasi niyan, silang second group may license to shoot. Kaya naman lalong tumataas yung kanilang kumpiyansa. Dagdag pa dyan, meron kasi siyang mentality na pagpasok sa loob ng court, dapat mas mataas pa yung energy at intensity na dadali niya. And at the same time, siya daw kasi yung tipo ng taong hindi iniisip na back up sila ng starters. Him, Jericho, Rodney Brondial, sila daw kasi pagpasok loob ng court, ang alam lang nila, it's their time to shine. Back to you, gentlemen.
Which is an excellent mindset, Apple, because you know, you don't come in just to sub, as you are there to create your own kind of music, so to speak. The pass of Gonzalez deflected, and San Miguel is going to town, but they missed the layup. That's off Troliano on the attempted offensive rebound. But wait, Wait. It's off Trollano, really.
Meron pa bang challenge dito ang NLEX?
Wala na. Wala na. They're out of challenge. They had an unsuccessful challenge earlier. That will not work. They get some justice out of that, however.
Oh,
Gonzalez ended up ungainly. He was bothered by the defense
of C. Ross. One of the best perimeter defenders in the last decade. And what you're seeing right now for San Miguel is not just the offensive explosion, but the defensive energy as well.
That is so transparent as Junmar creates space, scores, and they're simply going to town.
There's a different look on the face of Junmar Fajardo to open up the third quarter. Understanding that they started the third down by 6. A drop step to the baseline once again, away from the help side defense. Isolated against the smaller defender. And he has also mastered using that offhand.
NLEX limited to just, tama ba ako, 2 points?
2 points, sir.
Junmar misses the free throw, and Riberi can't hang on to it. They finally clear.
We started the quarter 53-47 in favor of NLEX.
Yes, and it's just 2 points. My math not so bad. In the meantime, top of the keyhole, Gonzalez on Riberi. Here's Bollig. Bollig draws the double coverage. Drags everybody in the neighborhood. Into the corner we go. Bollig 3 for a 3. It rattles out. It was already a fourth of the way in. Ross is dribble broken up. Junmar says, excuse me.
Excellent effort coming from CJ Perez. San Miguel dodged a bullet on the other end. 17-2 third quarter scoreline in favor of San Miguel.
And Junmar has 16 points. Here's Gonzalez undecided. Screen provided by Fajardo. Bollig has to get going. He can't. And Junmar claims the board. That's 12 rebounds already for the Kraken.
Oh,
Perez,
wow.
fishing expedition. Fajardo biting.
Taking right, going left, and then going under. The defense of Dominic Fajardo, CJ Perez. Very slow start, but his aggression, his ability to pass the basketball as well, helping out San Miguel a lot.
Yun hindi sabit yun, sungkit yun.
Galing, ginawa ng paraan.
Normally yung players isasabit nila yung depensa. Ito sinungkit yung foul. Wow, NLEX.
San
They
Miguel,
are down.
Itong effort na to siya, napakabigat.
And just 2 points by NLEX here.
With almost halfway gone here dito sa ating third quarter. Remember that San Miguel only scored 19 points in quarter 2.
Yeah. Apple, go ahead, please.
Leading to this Christmas game, kwento ni CJ Perez, lagi daw sinasabi ni Coach Leo sa kanila, a little bit of sacrifice. Minsan nga daw, medyo nakakainis na pakinggan, pero kung iisipin mo, totoo naman talaga. Although ang daming family time na nasa sacrifice in the holidays, they have to remember that they are professionals and they are committed to their work. And para rin naman daw sa pamilya nila, yung trabaho nila. And ang pinakamagandang Christmas gift na lang daw for CJ ay yung ma-shoot ngayon at manalo sila sa game na ito.
And that's, thank you, Apple. That's a 2-pointer that Perez just burned. He was stepping on the line. Road Warriors jammed with only 2 points to show. With still half a quarter remaining. It's 68-55 and the lead is 13. We have a timeout.
If you get the ball on the high ball screen, if you get the ball to the high ball screen, okay? If you get the ball to the high ball screen, you're a popper, you're a roller. All right, clear? All right? Okay, you got that?
68-55 and CJ Perez, a shining star for San Miguel, has been one of the engineers of this 21-2 explosion by the Beermen here in the third.
A scoring champion 3 times over. Many-time member of the national team. Also a very good defensive player, part of the all-defensive team. Right now, he's the #1 scorer for San Miguel here in the Philippine Cup. But more than that, no more struggles for CJ Perez, who had some first quarter concerns.
Not to mention it. He has 12 points, and NLEX needs a response here.
This is a 19-point turnaround since NLEX was up by 6 after the first half. Uy.
Their defense sticky and unforgiving. That's a great drive to the basket.
Off a broken play, Fajardo with an escape back, and then Mocon. Beyond reach of Junmar Fajardo. Only the second field goal for NLEX here in the third.
And they have scored only 4 points compared to the 21. And CJ almost having that. Didn't flip out, just rolled out. Short stab. No, that does not work for the young man.
Well, the third quarter for Don Trollano and CJ Perez.
Oh, actually, he lit the fire here in this third quarter.
What about the defensive energy coming from C. Ross?
Bollick trying to bother. Fajardo from the low inside. The Kraken fights a triple team. This triple honks off the backboard. Into the corner we go. Hesitation, drive, success. May foul pa.
2 good decisions coming from JB Mocon. Slight opening from 3-point line, instead attacking the basket even against the taller rim protectors. Pero ito kasi mas maliit yung nasa huli, the last line of defense.
Ross committing his first personal foul. And some life being injected into the NLEX game after being buried so heavily by San Miguel during the last 6 minutes.
5 straight points for Mocon in 2 possessions after being behind earlier at 68-55.
Ross and Bollick get entangled. Ross escapes momentarily. Here's Trollano, the fire starter for San Miguel here in the third. Shot clock down to 6. Game clock at 4.5. Perez fires a triple. It's on the ground. Mundial, the cleanup man.
8 points. He has scored in every quarter. Over 50% percentage because he just hovers underneath.
Great nose for the ball.
Yes, he's a hard worker.
Pass deflected to be retained by the Road Warriors on that side of the floor. Jerome Teng, we see action coming off the bench here. Giving Brundial a rest here.
Trollano will swing to the 4 spot.
Bollick. Teng on him. Bollick, glass shot, no success. And Junmar has another board. He has 13 in the game. Aside from his 16 points. Perez. That has not worked. He has missed his last 4. Loose ball foul here.
Junmar Fajardo at 24 points, 15 rebounds, 4 assists against Meralco in 35 minutes. Doon sa pang-siyam na sunod na panalo ng San Miguel entering the quarterfinals.
Now Ramirez, whose assignment is Junmar Fajardo, has just committed his 4th personal foul. 14 fouls against NLEX. San Miguel is clean. Tang offline. 3.5 remaining. Fajardo, nice spin. He gets it on the lefty try.
Very cool from 3-point line, but able to find open driving lanes or the Road Warriors.
Dominic Fajardo has 9 points. Trollano with an escape and a squeeze play. The alley-oop or the dipsy-do does not work though. Ross wings it. Trollano one more time around the block.
Wow. Deadly, deadly, deadly.
Cobra.
Unbelievable third quarter explosion. Scoreless in the first 2 quarters.
Bollick with a quick reply on the other end, just as we were talking about Trollano and his 13 points. Bollick now with 12.
First basket in the third. Good eye from Chris Ross to spot wide open Celadon Trollano.
Okay, with the count at 73-64, we'll take a short break and bring you back quickly to the Smart Araneta Coliseum.
Nagsabi ka na nun? Nagsabi ka na? Nagsabi ka na nun? Nagsabi ka nun?
Kasi kailangan namin yung panalan to para maganda yung pagpasok namin sa playoffs, maganda yung mababaon namin doon. Pero yun nga, pagdating sa playoffs, wala na yung 9-2 na standing namin, balik sa 0 na kami. So kailangan di kami mag-relax. May goal kami na makuha yung makapasok sa finals na din, sana makuha yung championships.
The road for that goal begins here tonight. Look at that pass by Brondial to Junmar Fajardo. Gusto ko yung pagtaas ni Brondial ng bola.
Junmar Fajardo taking over.
Sila ni Troliano.
Yes.
Bolig is on the line. I think this is a bonus.
Technical foul was called. From Attorney Charlie Cuna, it's Celedonio Troliano. Yan.
And Bolig will now shoot the bonus. Sa police department dati yan si Charlie Cuna.
Tumutulong.
Alam ko. Bihirang tuksuhin yan, kaya ako magtutukso sa kanya. Sa police blotter dati nagtatrabaho, natatandaan niya lahat ng pangalan.
Sustained, Your Honor.
Your Honor. Free throw. So, 73-66 ang ating bilang. Ano biggest lead ng San Miguel ng third quarter?
Ay, 68-55.
13. So, ito yung bumaba na sa 7.
And an 11-5 counter here.
Troliano just kissed the iron. Bolit attacks, sends it to the side. That won't bite. Rebound contested. Fajardo fighting hard. May have been tagged by Troliano. 13 foul of San Miguel. Chris Ross will get a breather here, and Wami Tiongson returns. He had a brief stint at the end of that first quarter. 2 minutes and a half remaining. San Miguel has recovered the lead here in the third quarter after being down by as large as 7. First half, Bolik long 4.
That's 8 points in 2 possessions. Down 15, or down 13, 68-55. A 15-5 counter run generated by the last 8 points of Robert Bolik.
Sabi ni Leo Ostri, bakit may
2 possessions, 8 points.
Junmar over to Troliano. He has 15.
Outstanding passer. Open, but a teammate was more open. Winning passer, Junmar Fajardo.
Yung ganong silip, yung ganong look, and the selfishness create a better opportunity. There's a good cut inside. He's boxed in. The pull-up, glass shot, won't work. Intimidated.
Yes. JB Moco na nagsimula ng rally, ng counter rally ng NLEX dito sa ating third quarter after losing steam and only scoring 2 points in the first half of the third.
But you know what? NLEX is very much into
Kabalik
this.
Na, sir,
I thought San Miguel would just leave them in the dust, but not so. One-handed grip by Junmar. That circles out. Rebound. Bruce. Yes. Jericho with 15. Bolig may have been fouled by Teng here.
And for San Miguel, it has to be a constant effort to spin down even after a made basket. As Bolig is on attack mode here.
No choice eh. He has to it.
Mahirap na score sa half court, so may pagkakataon, go for early offense.
Ito, reverse angle ito eh. Si Chongson ba binigyan ng foul? O si Teng?
Si Teng, sir.
Si Teng. Yep, that new rule is, well, marami na naman team foul ng NLEX dito. 77-70. Ano yung sabi mo kanina? In 2 possessions, 8 points.
8 points. Kasi layup, bonus play, technical free throw.
Then na 4.
Tapos 4.
Junmar will get a third quarter break. And Tautua will fill in for him. Marshall Lassiter waiting in the wings on deck to return.
Still scoreless so far, Sio Lassiter.
And Troliano, he's done his job with 15.
Third quarter points.
Tak-tak-tak-tak tampawi. So,
Sobra. 30 third quarter points for San Miguel. NLEX with 18.
Turnaround. Bollig can cut it down to 5. He does. And Bollig with a 20-point game.
10 of their 16 points in the quarter coming from Robert Bollig. Or 19 third quarter points coming from Bollig.
On Rivera trying to bother Tautua. Tautua trying to dig in deep and scores against Sydney on Rivera.
Pressure off the bench, no problem for Big Mawala. 6 points for Tautua.
Bollig. Gonzalez. Gonzalez trying to make a decision here. Ito ba yung cross-match ng sinasabi mo?
Yes, sir.
Last shot, no. Rebound taken away. Lassiter makes sure that the guard gets it. Here's a bigger guard.
Really big guard.
And a foul. Free throws.
Wala pa, sir.
Wala pa ba? 15 problem. Torres will give Bollig a third quarter rest.
10 points and close to 12 minutes of action in quarter 3 for Robert Bollig.
3 seconds remaining. Jericho accelerates. And we're done. The simplicity of the basketball game on full display in the third quarter when you talk about momentum swings, Coach Ron.
That's correct. But more importantly for the Road Warriors, instead of being down by twin digits, they were able to fight back. Behind by a 2-possession deficit entering the fourth and final quarter.
Hey! Pare, 7 points lang yan. Akala natin ang laki ng laman. We are playing like malaki ang laman ng kalaban. Dito lang yan, pare. Right? It's only 7 points. Right? 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 Dalaw lang tayo ng dalaw bola.
NLEX losing steam in the third quarter, but Bollig has played brilliantly all throughout this basketball game.
Outstanding numbers once again for the cornerstone of the Road Warriors, chasing his first PBA championship.
Because, you know,
trying to match up against the heavyweight team of San Miguel.
But San Miguel with too many weapons, like Jericho Cruz. Firepower in the first half, and then later on, you'll see Don Troliano explode in the third.
That's 30 points combined for these major forces of the bench para sa San Miguel Beermen.
Big third quarter by San Miguel.
Right. Ito yung sinasabi natin na iniiwasan ng NLEX. Yung arangkada na mahirap pigilan. Yung tuloy-tuloy na mauubos ang timeout mo kung sakaling hindi mo mapigilan.
San Miguel was down at the end of the first half, 53-47.
Correct. On a late 5-point flurry coming from NLEX.
And then a 32-19 turnaround. We have Tank together with Johnson. His dribble, he could not control it. The layup will work. Lead is down to 5. Look at the quarter scoring. Cruz to Tank. Nagulat si Wami Chongson, pinapak siya ng depensa. Tang undecided. Tautua, the rest of the second unit on the floor. Tautua inside the Tang, undergoes stab, too strong for Giron. Gonzalez slows it down. Gonzalez cuts up the inside, sends it to the corner. Bahil.
2 possessions, 4 points. Suddenly, just a 1 possession lead for San Miguel.
And we're still in the first minute of play.
Yes. Bahil now with a total of 9 points.
All Wami's gone.
Rejecting the ball screen. A good ball fake as well. 4 points for Wami Chongson.
Who has definitely found a place in this San Miguel team. Won a championship with them.
Yes, I think they are PBA champion.
2 years of trying to make his mark with Terra Firma. This possession botched by NLEX, down currently by 5.
Oh.
Tang hesitates, misses all his first 3 attempts. Policarpio slowed it down. Now here comes Gonzalez. Gonzalez tries to accelerate. Policarpio thinking, considering. Wild shot, no.
That was good transition defense for San Miguel in the last defensive sequence.
Pag na-miss ng player talaga naghanap ng foul. Ano? Maybe meron, you know. Could have altered the shot. Jericho whirling, wheeling, and dealing. Preserves the possession, but it's down to 1 second. Marshall, no. It'll stay there with San Miguel.
Chance for Fajardo and Brondial to return.
And go ahead.
Just a 2 possession lead here for San Miguel.
And by the way, we are just the first of 2 quarterfinal games today. Later on, we will have Ginebra going up against Converge. Inbound problem.
Oh my.
I thought so. Parang ano, no? Could not throw it in. Pag ganun, Ronnie, just throw it. Ganun ba? O
Minsan
depende.
kasi pag binigay mo naman na palayo, diretso sa
kabila.
fast break sa kabila.
So hindi wise yung basta hagis mo lang. Ano?
Kaya may misdirection at screening play to open up a receiver sana.
Okay. Libre. Torres can't knock it down. 9:20 to go in this first game. And let's try to make it a series. Junmar and company don't want a series. They want to end it tonight. If they win, they will battle against the winner of the Converge Ginebra series. Apple, go ahead, please.
Keep the game close, give ourselves a chance to win the game. Yan naman talaga ang gusto mangyari ni Coach Jong Chico. Now that the game is close in this 4th quarter, galaw lang sila ng galaw. Keep the activity level high. Player movement, ball movement. Because when they do that, good things happen. On the side of San Miguel naman, they're just worried about their turnovers. Huwag na magbigay ng easy points dito sa NLEX and fuel their offense. Back to you, gentlemen.
And as Apple David was reporting, there was a hefty drive by Marshall Lassiter, who has been scoreless generally.
The 3-point specialist getting into the restricted zone of all time. An original member of the Gilas 1.0. Sila na lang ni Mark Baroka. Hindi ako nagkakamali. Dun sa team ni Coach Raiko Turuman.
I saw Raiko because he's a consultant sa
Converge.
That should be a delicious one later on. Ginebra against Converge. Converge has the twice to beat edge.
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow we will have Rain or Shine and Meralco battling, and then TNT goes up against Magnolia, and they're part of the bracket. Ooh. 84-76. Ramirez, 4 personal fouls in all. ito importante, Ronnie.
Yes, yes.
Fourth quarter. 84-77. Now you gotta make your stops also.
Correct, especially for NLEX.
Foul, hindi pumasok. Bibisita sa free throw line si Kraken. 5 foul na yan si Ramirez.
And that's what you like about Rodney Brondial. Had an open three-point window, but he will not take it. Brings that ball closer to the basket. Suddenly, Jomar Fajardo is underneath.
Sige, Apple.
Yes, kung dati depth 5 ang kinabibilangan ni Junmar Fajardo, ngayon daw meron na silang depth squad dahil sa lalim ng kanilang bench. Para sa kanya, mas mabuti yung ganito kasi halos lahat nakakalaro, lahat may kumpiyansa, lahat capable of contributing. And for him, mas magaan kasi yung minuto, hindi ganun kabigat, lalo na pagdating ng playoffs onwards. Balik sa inyo.
You know, may element of truth yung sinabi ni Junmar at ni-report ni Apple. Ang bigat ng load ngayon doon sa grupo nila Arwin Santos.
Kabagnot.
Uy! Oh, tip na. Gusto ko dyan pag uy! Yung mga coaches. Sabit. Yun ang sabit, Ronnie.
Totoo.
Sinabit si Ross.
Expect Robert Bolick to try and take over for NLEX here in the remaining minutes of the fourth and final quarter.
As mag-rumor John would love to say, ano ito, gusto buhay na itong fourth quarter for NLEX because they lose their season, their conference ends.
Is done.
They had some generally good run but couldn't get a big run going.
Nasaktan din kasi si Semerad. Tapos nawala rin si Robert Bolick ng 2 laro.
So NLEX made some sacrifices also.
Correct.
Here comes Junmar on Rubere. The glass shot will work.
And again, you allow him to drop step away from the defense, forget about it. Outstanding.
Yung footwork
Yung footwork niya. Yung base sa depensa, sir. Tinitignan niya kung nasaan, kung may help o wala. Kung saan siya pwedeng pumunta.
Tapos footwork niya.
Ang hirap pa rin ng mga ganong klaseng tira.
Actually. Now, you work on it by your lonesome actually. That was a fourth of the way down.
Yan yung evolution ng laro ni Junmar Fajardo. Tinatrabaho na. Hindi lang siya malaki, hindi lang siya matangkad at mabigat. Magaling siya talagang maglaro.
Tsaka malinis maglaro, di ba?
Napakabait maglaro.
You know, he has the size and have to bulldoze everybody away, but he doesn't.
To be a bully under.
Yes, he does it in a different way.
Correct. 22. And how many rebounds?
1 million. Hindi naman.
Close.
Ayaw nang pumasok ang mga tira ng NLEX. 7 minutes to go. Down by 11 right now. Here's Junmar. They're going exclusively to Junmar. They will milk this equation to the max. Jericho. Inside, Junmar again. I can actually hear the voice of Leo Austria. Give it to Junmar. Almost exclusively. Let's win this game right away. That'll work. That's a magnificent, elegant execution.
Again, the early offense, understanding that Junmar was lagging behind. Attacking before the defense is set. 10 points after the first 2 quarters. 10 in quarter 3. Look at that footwork coming from Berto Bon.
Berto has 24. 45. Hello, Thailand. I'm getting a kick out of the comments of Thailand, really. Boy, they were really hurt by that loss. They had a good first step, but oh, look at this. This is why Bollick is so good. Careless yun, ha? Too many turnovers by San Miguel despite the lead. It's a 6-point game. And the Beermen, Leo Austria, wants to huddle up his troops. They're ahead by 6 with 6:26 to go. Ito nangyari nung nagsimula yung conference. NLEX winning this game, and they were in command.
Fast break scoring, points off turnovers.
They did everything correct that day.
Even points inside the paint. Yet San Miguel only lost by 1 point. At 85-84, Robert Bolick willing his team back to stay in the hunt.
Mag-umar John, nang gugulo rito. May dala-dalang Christmas gifts. Wala namang binigay. Wala talaga silbi yun. Ay, nako.
No problem,
No problem. It's Christmas. Ang lakas kong maningil. 6:22. We hope your Christmas has been splendid, just as these fans and you are enjoying it. What a long beauty by Jericho Cruz.
Just like that, it's back. 39-point lead. Jericho Cruz, 18 points off the bench. Trollano close to 20 points off the bench. Major contributors.
Open. Hindi na tumatama ang Alexa. They missed about their...
Policarpio had 24 points, I believe, in that win against San Miguel. He was the best player.
They have missed at least 3 of their last 4. Cruz accelerated. Corner, Lassiter, no.
Look at Fajardo work. Look at Fajardo work. Ball side, off the ball. Defensive rim protection for the 11-time champion, the 10th-time MVP.
.528 to go. NLEX suddenly, the fire they had in the first half has been contained, Ronnie.
Yung 3-point conversion ni Cruz at itong possible na bonus play, hindi lang pamatay sunog, pandiin. Let me correct myself, 9-time PBA MVP.
Ilan ba sabi mo ko ng 11? 11 yata sa
11, sir, na PBA championships. 12 BPC.
It feels that way, di ba?
Dami ring nasirang pangarap ni Junmar Pahat.
We've actually lost count kuminsan with Junmar, you know?
And I meant that in a good way.
Yeah, of course.
Sobrang galing.
Susumbong kita, mami.
Tatakbo ako siya.
I actually, no, hindi ka naman ano niya. I actually hear him. Okay lang yun. Sasabihin na.
Walang problema dong. Hindi kita makita, maitim ka.
Kung isabi niya, eto, ayang na. Ayang na.
Oh.
Kung ano yung init ng sinaing ng first half. At nung third quarter, malupit yung pinakawalan na San Miguel.
Anong unang quarter, mainit ang shooting ng NLEX. Wala sa 3-point line.
Kahit ng second quarter.
Pero merong 4-point shot pa kaninang na-convert si Roberto Bolick.
Libre. That's a good hit. That's a 3 by Ramirez, who occasionally has that in his arsenal. And we still have a lot of time remaining if you think about it. Ball will stay with the Beermen.
Started the quarter 79-72 in favor of San Miguel.
First half ended with NLEX still in front.
At 53-47.
Jericho. Wow. Junmar rejected. NLEX tries to, ooh. That's a heartbreaker. They have no more challenges. They had an unsuccessful challenge way back in the first half. Nothing to help them out this time around.
Good effort play coming from JB Bahillo.
Referee Peter Bala wants to review. Anyway, the ball will stay. CJ.
Wow.
Broke down everybody.
Yes,
It's
yes.
fast there. Giba.
One track mind. Go north.
You know, you've been there on that floor running, son.
Matigas yan.
Kaming mga fans at mga taga-subaybay will say, well, gigibain niya yung depensa. Talagang gigibain. Malakas eh.
Tsaka ano, pag yung nakabuelo,
yung ganun.
ang daming galaw. At pakaliwat kanan, kaya mahirap bantayan.
May mga nagpapastol ng anak sa araw na ito, no?
Pasko, sir eh.
Ganun ba? Yung mga ibang taga...
May oras pa tayo after the game.
Mga taga PBA press corps, mga tatay. Lagayang Pasko sa inyo dyan. Hindi ko kayo bibigyan ng overtime ngayon gabi siguro.
Ikaw pala, sir, ha?
Yeah. I am the terrorist in that regard. Anyway, balling. Wide open, Ramirez. Nice jump fake, and Junmar with a block on it.
Perfect recovery for JB Bahio.
Pero may foul yata.
Oo.
Kanina binigay yung foul?
Brondial. Sablay na, napulot pa ni Bahio.
Pero itong NLEX na ito, pagka nahasa nila yung youth nila, this could be a very, very good team down the road.
Major improvement talaga para sa kanila in the last two conferences. May dumating pang dalawang bagong manlalaro in LJ Gonzalez and Sidney Onrubero. Who played well.
Yeah.
Both played well.
Onrubero, may mga tres di ba? Perez is bottled up. But Cruz defies the defense. Clock is down to 3:54. San Miguel with a win here will await the winner of the Converge Ginebra series. No, if it becomes a series, if Converge wins tonight, they will meet San Miguel.
Agad, no?
In the semis.
For the first time in this match, NLEX will be in team penalty ahead of San Miguel.
Now that you mention it.
Na lumatake na nung umatake ang San Miguel nang walang puknat.
Perez misses the first of 2 free throws. Hirap kasi kalaban ng San Miguel when they get going in the third quarter.
56 points inside the paint for San Miguel, 36 for NLEX.
2 missed free throws by CJ Perez. Bollick dribbling around the neighborhood. Penetration, that'll work.
6 for Gonzalez in his debut. He down to 7 after those 2 free throw misses from CJ Perez and a conversion coming from Gonzalez on the other end.
Itong si Jericho parang ang hirap sundutan ng bola. Malaking tao.
Malaking bagay na nagpo-point guard siya sa Guam, sir.
Yung ball handling niya has been honed. Hirap na angulo mo. Rebound, tinangay. Si Bahio. Bollick brings it up. 7-point game. A 3 will change the mood of this game. When they go 2, Bollick is going to shoot free throws.
Smooth operator. And again, it's winning time.
Trollano is whistled for the foul. That will be 2 on Don.
7 of 7 from the line. Plus 7 assists as well.
Lead is down to 6. Ross is back in.
Number 1 free throw shooter in the Philippine Cup. Robert Bollick. Number 1 passer as well. Close to 9 assists per contest.
He could actually average a double-double. I think he has at a certain stretch. But if NLEX does not change the mood of this game, he won't be able to do that. Because San Miguel will move forward and full use advantage and full advantage of the twice-to-beat edge. Perez can't scoop it up. Here comes NLEX. Could be one last round. 3-on-2. The pass deflected. The leak out. Perez contemplates, fires a three. No. Here comes Alas. 2:18 to go. It'll stay there.
I thought that CJ Perez would attack the 2-on-1 situation.
He was going for the killer, actually. .214 to go. NLEX needs to score on this possession. Doesn't have to be at 3. 2 minutes and 3 remaining. But they have that in mind. Alas. Very short. Junmar hangs on to it.
Did you see that rebound play?
Yes.
Suddenly, LJ Gonzalez was nowhere. Pero mabait pa nga yung pay ni Junmar Fajardo ron.
Parang may inaabot sa Christmas tree si Gonzalez. Walang naabot. Star was too high. 1:35. Ross fires. No. And here comes Ramirez with the pickup. 5-point game. A 3 will make this interesting. Bolick a 4. Not this time. Ross picks it up. And Bolick will try to give up. And the foul is called.
They went for the home run play. Multiple chances for NLEX to inch closer. This play.
Why not? Diba? I mean, he hit one earlier. Road Warriors will utilize the half-minute timeout. Down currently by 5. You were beginning to talk about the virtues of Junmar Fajardo and what he has done in this game and in the past as well, Coach Ronnie.
Generation player. Not just the milestones, but the quality of player that he was before and how he is now. A many-time member of the national team. 2 triple doubles here in the Philippine Cup. But more than that, the way he manages the game for his teammates and for his team. Nothing forced. Everything within team play.
No? Cool.
Calm and collected. Always under control. No unnecessary emotions. Just business-like every time for Junmar Fajardo.
I like that quote when he said that when he was growing up, he didn't like his height because he was being bullied because of his height, only to find out that his height would be his passport to where he is. Right now, talk of height, there is Asi who continues to support the NLEX team.
San Miguel has missed his last 3 free throws. Still leaving the door open here for NLEX.
Very slightly. Asi Taulamba.
Both teams in penalty.
Uh-oh.
This is both.
But Brondial got the rebound.
The cleanup man once again hard at work.
Yeah. Perez. No. Brondial with a hand on it. It will stay there.
Another reset here for San Miguel. Kanina pa pinipilit ni CJ mapagpag yung ankle sprain na nakita natin nung umpisa pa lang ng laro.
Parang nilalaro niya, no? Pero di ba masakit yan mamaya?
Masakit talaga yan, sir. Magwala na yung adrenaline.
Oo. Yung sinasabi mo sa akin, best friend mo dyan, yellow.
Yellow, saka 3 unan. Dali papatong mo eh.
Tapos kahirap maligo.
Masakit.
Kasi outside of yellow, hindi talaga dapat mabasa, di ba? Okay.
Hindi na ngayon, sir. Okay na yan.
Kasi hindi na muubra yung bote-bote lang.
Wala na, sir. Plastic na yung mga bote ngayon.
Time out tayo.
Now. Okay? Kung sino tayo plagado, okay? Yung mga sinira, okay? Okay? Ito ako. Okay? Saan si Sio? Sio ito. Okay? Ito, okay? Right, we get the ball here.
After losing their first 2 assignments, the San Miguel Beermen strung together 9 straight. And if they hold on tonight, that'll make it 10 straight wins. And they will await the winner of the Converge Ginebra Duel.
Mula sa petsang yan ay hindi pa sila nakatikim ng isang pagkatalo. Kaya dati, kung napapailing, ngayon purong ngiti.
Pero to sustain that is one of the hardest
Napakahirap.
things. No, diba?
2 sunod, 3 sunod, napakahirap. Siyang?
Yung sinasabi madalas mo sabihin sa akin, napakahirap manalo.
Napakahirap.
Hindi lang butas ng karayon yung dataanan.
Naghahanda lahat ng mga teams para pilitin kayong talunin.
Totoo yan. Troliano, who engineered that third quarter uprising, dribbles away from a double team. Bit of a forced attempt. Looks like he was isolated. 50 seconds to go. Bolic fires against Fajardo. Will get a foul from Junmar.
2 free throws coming up for Bolic.
Third foul on the Kraken.
Hasn't missed from the line tonight.
If he makes 2, he'll be down to 3.
Right. Mabigat yung 4 na miss free throws ng San Miguel.
Actually, now that you look at it in retrospect, San Miguel not yet out of this fire. I don't think we're going to expect a press here afterwards. And probably they'll play the foul game. That's NLEX. 2 free throws.
Outstanding free throw shooting once again for Robert Bolic.
When nearly lost, they get it across in time. Looks like they're not going to foul, huh?
Barely in time.
Shot clock at 8. Junmar sidesteps. Will go visit the free throw line.
2-man game. Extracting a shooting foul. Needing to make these 2 free throws to increase their 3-point edge to a 2-possession lead.
Bahia with the foul, and he has 4.
$25 points for Fajardo.
Troliano with 15. CJ with 14. Rondial has 8. Two for 2. NLEX will utilize the timeout. In the meantime, we will hang on to the broadcast time. 5-point lead by the Beermen. As you can see, the game reset. San Miguel has not used its challenge tonight. They have a full and a 30, while NLEX is down to its last timeout after this.
Hammer screen ka kay Berto. Okay? Kasi kailangan mo ganito dito. Okay? Mario. Berto ka dito. Release pass. Okay? Release pass. Time it. Start. Kailangan mo pumasok na konti. Okay? Okay?
Okay. Muntik ko kami manalo ng t-shirt, pero nakalagay ko sa t-shirt. Team RPTV panel and production assistants are not allowed to receive t-shirts.
Return to sender.
Mas mabilis yung mga fans sa harap natin eh. Tumilapon lang yung tubig natin.
Walang problema, sir.
Meron kung nabasa ka.
Ayun. Water repellent.
Hindi ko makakalimutan si Ricky Relosa nung nag-uumpisa ako 40 years ago. In the meantime, back to the present. Hesitation move. Wow, the young man got scorched there.
He will learn and be better for sure.
That hurts because it's coming out of a timeout. He tried the hesitation move, lost his footing. Had the right idea, actually.
I think they were looking for the hammer play.
Meaning?
On the deep left corner. A boomerang pass to a
somebody
deep
at
left
the top
three
of the
balls.
key.
Sa corner, sir. Kaya hesitation tapos parang boomerang pass doon sa corner left. Missed 4 straight free throws but have made their last 3.
Making it a 7-point game could be it. Expect NLEX. I think they have one more timeout, but they might rush it for a 4. No, they'll use the timeout. This is their last. We shall stay with you. And again, if San Miguel hangs on, they await the winner of the Converge Ginebra tussle.
For the 6th straight game, sir, San Miguel will hit over 100 points. Mahirap talaga.
You know, it's so hard to play San Miguel when they put their heads down in the 3rd quarter and decide to lock it down.
Saka pag healthy lahat.
When they switch it on. And they have both, yeah, as Apple reported, they have a depth squad, and they field in players now who can contribute heavy minutes as well. Robert Bolick, he tried very hard here tonight. Right?
Very hard. Almost a triple-double game for Berto Bolick. Fresh off a gold medal stint for the national team in the Southeast Asian Games, coming up with a 31-point game. Going to the line, hitting 11 straight free throws, and pushing his team closer and closer to San Miguel until San Miguel hit their last 4 free throws.
Inbound for the Warriors. They want to drive. They want to go to the corner. Bolick fires. Short. And that's it. That's the size of this game. Alas trying to bother Junmar. And we are done. San Miguel will advance to the semifinals of the Philippine Cup with this 101-94 win.
They were under pressure multiple times. Numerous fightbacks coming from the Road Warriors, but in the end, Junmar Fajardo Rondial making the big plays down the stretch for the San Miguel Beermen.
And the Beermen will await the winner of the Ginebra Converge matchup, which will follow when we are done closing the shop here. So the final count is 101-94. Time to check out our Babad player of the game in a short while, brought to you by Devan. Enjoy unforgettable TV Babad moments with your family, only with Evans. He's simply unstoppable when this game is on.
When they need him to, he'll be able to deliver in so many ways. Scoring, rebounding, assisting. And that's Junmar Fajardo. 25 points, 15 rebounds in their last win. Even better today to close out the series and move over to the semifinals.
And San Miguel with a twice-to-beat edge, needing only 1 game to get rid of NLEX. And we will close the story on this one, but we will still have our best player interview and our other highlights on our other platforms. Thank you for joining us. On behalf of Ronnie McSanok and Apple David, that's our final score, 101-94.
The San Miguel Beermen secure the first spot in the semi-finals, and joining me is our best player of the game, Junmar Fajardo, with 26 points. Junmar, congratulations. Sabi mo nga kanina that this team is special, balanced yung effort and the production. Kahit nahirapan ka sa loob ng paint nung first half, nandun yung players, nandun yung teammates mo to keep the score close. Para sa'yo, gaano kahalaga yung commitment na ito from every single player on the team?
Una-una, napapasalamat kami agad na walang na-injury sa game na to. Yun nga, buti nag-step up kami lahat. Kailangan namin yung panalong to kasi nga para makapagpahinga kami, para makapaganda kami sa semis. And credit sa NLEX sa magandang game. And then yun nga, buti nagawa namin yung mga pinapractice namin the past 4 days ata. So yun.
Junmar, ngayon nasa 10-game winning streak na ang SMB. Paano niyo mapapanatili ang mindset na ito, especially heading into the semifinals?
Iisipin namin back to zero na kasi yung semis naman, best of 7 naman yun. 5 or 7, so yun. So wala na yung 10 na standing, 10 na panalo, so back to zero. And then ayun, kailangan namin maging taasan pa namin yung intensity namin pagdating sa semis.
Junmar, may gusto ko bang batiin or pasalamatan ang daming pumunta dito sa Araneta on Christmas Day?
Sa lahat ng mga fans na San Miguel, binabati ko kayo. Merry Christmas sa ating lahat. Merry Christmas. God bless.
All right, once again, that is our best player of the game, Junmar Fajardo. We will be back with more of the PBA action.
Okay mga ka-PBA, mamimigay tayo ng sign ball with your 9-time MVP, Junmar Fajardo. Sino may gusto dyan? O, yun pa!
San Miguel. Coach, congratulations. 10 consecutive wins already and you're now in the semi-finals. Coach, in the games, whether naghahabol kayo o kayo yung lumalamang, you still find ways to win. Ano yung mga factors or where can we credit yung magandang nilalaro ng San Miguel this conference so far?
Well, I think because of our experience in the game, especially this one, after winning 9 consecutive games, so there's a little bit of pressure in the quarterfinals because we cannot afford to lose. And we have a bad start. Maybe they're feeling the pressure, because 9 games is not really a joke for us. And it's a lot of hard work and sleepless night for the players because of the things we're doing. But sabi ko nga, because of the experience, they know how to win, especially in the second half. We're struggling the first half because give credit to NLEX, they're really prepared, especially in the first quarter. We're not able to execute our game, but the likes of Junmar Fajardo, he did not score a lot in the first half, but come second half, he knows how to win. And then, yun. And talaga itinacharge ko ito sa experience ng team.
This game was important for both clubs, with the twice-to-beat edge, San Miguel hoping to get rid of NLEX. But NLEX had other ideas. They started off strong. Ramirez firing, and other players got involved as well, like Sydney Onwubere, who hit 1 of 2 threes in this opening quarter.
A very good start for the Road Warriors, building an early 7-point lead, putting pressure on San Miguel by forcing turnovers and scoring out those turnovers.
And then later on, Tautua had a short stab that found the mark. And then Jericho Cruz did Jericho Cruz things.
Best defensive effort to serve ng NLEX.
Yes, actually.
Keeping San Miguel under 20 points as they won the quarter 24-19.
And in the second quarter, it was still NLEX very much in command. 24-19 was the score in which they outscored NLEX in the second period with players like Bahio getting their licks in.
Bahio helping out, of course, Robert Bolick control this quarter. together with Ramirez, Torres, and even LJ Gonzalez, of course.
And of course, Junmar Fajardo kept San Miguel and their attack flickering and alive. But Bolic says, let me try this three-point shot. And Berto was well on his way to a 30-point game here. And at the end of the first half, they were still very much in the lead.
Aided by that late 5-point flurry generated by Bolic and LJ Gonzalez.
And in the third quarter, name the third quarter, San Miguel, no question.
As you mentioned earlier, sir, their strongest quarter. And their strongest player, Celedonio Trollano, had 15 of San Miguel's 32 points.
And a big tear wherein they limited NLEX to just 2 points, 21-2 explosion. And Bolic was one of the last remaining hopes for them to keep the game in their favor.
And he will score 10 of the 19 points of the Road Warriors to push them closer instead of being down by a big deficit. Down by 7, finishing the third quarter at 79-72.
Then in the fourth quarter, it was all Kraken. It was all Junmar Fajardo.
Fajardo will end up with a total, I believe, of
28.
28. With
26 pala. 26.
Bigat.
Bigat. Turnaround shots. And you were saying he provided the stability for this team.
Have no fear, Junmar is here, and he will score 12 of their 22 fourth quarter points.
Bolic tried to keep them very much in the game, hitting free throws, hitting big shots. But in the end, too much San Miguel, too much Junmar Fajardo.
Fajardo was also a good touch from the free throw line. Controlled the rebounding, likewise rim protection, and then this critical turnover will really hurt NLEX down the home stretch.
LJ Gonzalez just dropping there, and part of the learning curve of the young man. And San Miguel hanging on, and they will go on to meet the winner of the Converge Ginebra Tussle, which is coming up next. Final count, 101-94. In behalf of Coach Ronnie Mucsano, Apple David, and all of us here in our RPTV Sports 5 engineer production, thank you for joining us.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Si Dom siguro wala rito, no?
Namasyal siguro.
Tagal nung